So we have Didi in the house. This is your second time guesting on my podcast. This time you come in as a relationship coach.
Yeah.
Yes, and I've always seen that for you. I always thought this man should be a relationship coach
Why you
because
feel
you
like
always
that?
have because every time like you have that wisdom, and every time you're talking about relationships, it's like you, you I feel like you've been through some relationships, you've tested, you've tried, you've had your trials and tribulations.
Yeah.
Like you have that old soul about you. And you said that you're studying psychology. You
Yeah.
really want to become an actual, like, what are you going to become, a psychiatrist or a psychologist?
Psychologist.
Okay.
So
So marriage counselor.
yeah, marriage counselor,
Fantastic.
school counselor type of thing. But mostly more so marriage counselors because I just like seeing people in love. I don't know. That's just my thing. I like
Yes.
watching like older couples like rekindle or remember all the memories that they had. Like it's nothing like talking to a couple and you're like, how'd y'all meet? And they tell you and then they like she's like, yeah, I had this yellow dress on. He's like, no, you had the red dress on. She's like, no, 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 that's the favorite dress you had. And now they going back and forth and now they are back at a space that they haven't been in a long time. And
Yes.
um, I don't know. I just kind
But you
of
know that most people that you're gonna have, most patients you're gonna have, are actually not gonna be all the
yeah.
great stories. They're actually there for because they're going through some rough times, right?
Yeah, but we can get them back to that. So the plan is to get them back to that, right? Of course, they're not gonna come. They're gonna come in there and probably, I don't want to talk to
None of them.
him. I don't want him to talk to me, type of
Right.
thing. And
Yeah.
I'll do everything I can to kind of fix it and kind of guide them more so a guide,
I
not
mean, I feel like you're selling yourself short because you have so much passion. And especially once your degree, once you're going to have the degree too, you're going to have also a lot of knowledge.
yeah,
But it's not going to be just kinda. I think you're going to be successful.
yeah. That's the plan.
I'm going to have to edit that drink out.
Oh, my bad. I didn't. My bad. I didn't know. But
No,
yeah,
but no, we both we're just. I'm actually like, no, it's all good because I'm celebrating my friend in our group, Emma. I told her I was gonna celebrate with her because she had some great news. I'm not gonna tell her news because it's not my place to speak about what.
right.
But like I told her I was gonna celebrate. So
Is she pregnant?
Emma, this is for you. Hmm?
Is she pregnant?
No, she's not pregnant, but some really good news. Oh
Why does
my!
this? Why we always think that's like the first thing? Like, is she
I
pregnant?
know, like, right? That's not good news for everybody. Shoot.
It
This
is good
economy with the
news.
prices, with the inflation, hell no.
Yeah. That may be less scary news in this day and age.
But
Yeah.
now,
So,
I mean, now that I know of, but that was like she's yeah. So that was for her. Anyway, so cheers to that. So
cheers.
actually, Didi, I'm gonna tell you something. I'll tell you something real quick.
Okay.
Love is like I'm passionate about two things: time and love.
Right.
Two topics that I'm like, man, I want to get to the bottom of this. Of course,
Yeah.
if Einstein couldn't, but like my whole life, I've always been the marriage counselor. Everybody comes to me for like, how can I stay together with this person? What can I do?
Right.
So I'm actually at the reason why I started doing a lot of relationship content on social media is because I'm thinking about that direction. Like I'm thinking about getting the joining your school. You know what I mean? Like I'm thinking about getting that degree and becoming a marriage counselor because I'm passionate about love. Love is like everything.
Yeah.
It's everything.
Yeah.
This is you can't like what's the point of life if you don't have love in it? So I'm thinking to help people. There's no like that's so fulfilling.
Yeah.
So
So
yeah, I'm actually really yeah.
that is that's kind of the basis of why I do it. I
Right?
think I think growing up, not knowing my dad, not my mom, not really dating or anything like that. And just growing up by myself, I was the only child and everything. I watched her, maybe because she was trying to take care of me, she forfeited love just to make sure I was straight and, she just worried about me. And now she's, at a certain age and she wants love. And I talk to my mama every day and she talks about the type of man she wants and da da da. And I remember at 16, 17, I was like, I don't want to hear any of this. I don't want you to be with nobody. But now at 34, I want my mom to have all the things that I want. Like, I want someone to be affectionate to her and validate her and show her that she's seen, and all of these things. And I know it's probably difficult now because she's a certain age, and the guys she may meet, they stuck in their ways, she's stuck in her ways, this, that, and the third. But I always tell her, like, there's some love out there. You got to kind of just be willing to.
Right.
Um, and there's a person that I definitely think she loves, and it's a whole thing there. But I'm not. Yeah, but it's a whole situation on that. But um, she'll it'll happen. It'll happen. And yeah, I just love. I'm a lover boy. I am. Like, I always teetered my life of being like, nah, I'm like this lover boy, but I'm like not a gangster, but just like, you know what I mean? Like,
Right.
I'm from the hood. So it's just like I was the dude in my hood where they was like, nah, Slick, he like the girls. You know what I mean? He like girls and music. That's the only thing. He don't want to go rob no bank. He don't want to do anything. He don't want to do nothing that we doing. He want to go over here. And you know, now that I'm older, I'm like appreciating, and you appreciate things when you start losing it. When
Yeah.
when you start falling in love and messing that up, or whatever the situation is, or just messing it up, um, then you appreciate it a little bit more. Um,
Mm.
and I feel like that's where I'm at right now in my life. Like, at times I'm just messing it up.
So you described the man that you want for your mom.
Yep.
Is that would you be like
Me.
that man? Like, yeah, are those the qualities that you would find in yourself? 'Cause you
Um,
said you want a good man for my mom. I want this for my mom. Okay, like what exactly? Like,
I got a lot of growing to do, so I'm not even
okay,
gonna like fake it as if. Not the man I actually want for my mama. I mean, he would have to be better than me, like, because it's my mama.
why?
It's my mama. It's my mama. Like, you.
Yeah, but your woman, like your wife, is gonna deserve
Oh,
that and more.
and I'm gonna give her that. I'm gonna give my wife that. It's gonna. I have room. I have things to grow on. I have immature in certain levels. I need to grow up in certain levels. Um. There's just certain things I need to do as a man that I can understand if my girl is like about. You know. It's nothing detrimental, but it's
Mhm.
something where you're just like, yo, come on, like. Like, it's you don't have to do that. You know what I mean? Whether it's I don't want to get into it, but yeah, like, it's just certain things I just need to do. Um,
That already takes a lot. The fact that you acknowledge
yeah,
like
because I
where you
never
need to grow. That's
listen
good.
when I do these videos and post these videos and do all these things and talk to couples, and I always try to make sure I put that I'm working on things as well. I never People have to understand, you never ask who's your therapist. Your therapist needs a therapist as well. They have things
Yeah,
going
yeah, we
on.
are.
You know what I mean? They have things going on just as much. So, but me, yeah, I have things I need to grow on. I have things I need to fix. I have things I'm working on as we speak, because you don't want that certain person to leave, or want to leave, or
Mm.
feel like they leaving, or feel like I gave you chance after chance after chance, and like you're just not getting it right. And
Yeah, because my girl's gonna have a limit,
girls have limits, yeah, and guys don't
especially
understand that.
after like a certain age. It's like, okay,
Yep.
all right, dude,
Yeah.
get it together,
Yeah.
or I'm
And
out. Yeah,
and I want to get it together because I want to make I want to make someone happy. So
that's
uh
good. Dude. I'm so proud of you, man. My little
so
bro. That's
so
so. I'm happy
but
to
hey,
hear
hey, hey,
that.
wait. So I got a
What?
thing, right? I got a thing,
Uh,
right? I wanted to ask you like a couple questions.
okay, you asking me the questions?
Yeah, I want to ask you questions, and then, or maybe we can go question for question. We can go
Okay,
question
okay.
we can go
Shh.
question for question, or we can do. I'll do 5 questions and you do 5 questions. Which way? How do you want to do it?
Hmm. I'm gonna focus on you and then you focus on me because then when we edit, it's gonna be easier.
Okay, okay, okay,
If you don't mind. So
okay.
I don't have to like go back and forth. My brain's gonna be like, especially because I just had some babies.
Do you want me to ask the question first?
Yeah, you go
All right, all
ahead.
right, all right, all right, all right. So let me see. I got them written down in my notes.
Oh snap.
All right. So how do you know when someone is right for you?
Oh my gosh, Didi. So hold on. I'm gonna tell you, Didi, I'm the best
Hmm.
investigator anyone can ever hire. Like, no bullshit. Like literally high level investigators were like, oh my gosh, how did you know this? So my intuition is out of this world, and I'm not even humble about it because what the hell? Like this is legit.
Yeah.
So I praise the Lord for the blessing, right? Like this is a skill that only God gave me. That is one thing. I use my intuition. And
Mm,
I recommend everybody, I recommend you guys do that. Like if something doesn't add up,
mm,
remember there's no smoke without fire. Like
mm,
literally like use your intuition and like really just dig. I and also too, I recommend testing the hell out of him or her. Like, don't let that person get into your mind. You got to do all the testing. Just it's always going to be in the dating phase. It's got to be the most difficult. Leave all that fancy, pretty stuff afterward. Once you
yeah.
lock it in, do
Yeah.
all the hard work at the beginning. It's
What?
just that strong foundation. Like, build that strong foundation at the beginning and you know how many times I made that man cry? Like he was crying, the rug was wet because that's how much crying he did. Like the rug, I could,
Yeah.
or like somebody else that was. It's because you gotta test how strong, how badly does this man want this?
What?
Like
Okay. Can I ask
he's
a question?
sure.
As a
Mhm.
woman, what are some tests?
You gotta test. Like first of all, say how much patience that he does he have.
Mm,
Test his patience. Test see if like okay maybe I'm gonna act a little more jealous than I would
mm,
normally act. Like I'm not a jealous type, but I'm
yeah.
gonna act as jealous as possible right now just to see is that gonna asphyxiate him, is that gonna suffocate him.
Yeah.
Obviously I'm gonna just be the most jealous version of myself right now just to see like okay what's the limit. Just test all those limits. Like
Right.
kids, why do you think kids always test, right? Like little kids, they go out there, they put their hand on the fire, they test to see like the testing starts before you actually like even like before they start walking, they're gonna crawl, they put their hands, then they're
Yeah.
gonna test it out with the foot, and then they're gonna start like kind of standing, but then it's gonna be like, wait, I'm kind of standing, but it's a test. You always test the waters. You always see where how far can I go?
Hmm.
Where's my like what's his limit? How exactly like and of course you don't want to like go psycho. Obviously, you gotta know. I mean like hold on now.
Yeah.
But to the point where it feels like I've tested it and I think he's in love. I think he got it. He's all in. And but the thing is with the, like in that testing phase, don't let that person like as a like I'm talking for my girls. I'm talking for my girls, right?
Okay.
Don't let that get into your mind because the problem is if he gets into your mind, ladies, then it's going to go down to the heart, and that's a dangerous place to put somebody that you
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah.
So because then you get it's from the heart, it's going to go down, and so you don't want that to go. You know, that's definitely that's when you're going to lose the power, honey. That's a woman's power is wrapped around respect and dignity. Once you go and give that up, it's like, mm.
Okay.
So,
Okay. Okay. Let me see. Let me
I'm
see.
telling the ladies in the dating phase, use your intuition, test
Hmm.
him out. Don't don't just see the facts. Don't think with your heart. Don't put
Yeah.
him. Don't let that just kind of be like, okay, let me see what he's made of. Let me see, if he's really like all in, right?
Yeah.
And then you have to see them in their environment because it's very important to know like how they treat others, What's the family dynamic? Like, does he have kids? How are they? Because in Romania, we have a saying, right? Like, you don't wrap your head without having the headache. I don't know if it really translates as well. I don't know if it makes any sense for you. But like, if
Uh-uh.
you, so basically, like, when you have a headache and you wrap your head, like, if you don't have a headache, why the hell would you wrap your head?
Oh, okay, I
Like,
got you. I got you. I
basically,
got
why
you.
would you go in a relationship with someone that has a lot of baggage, a lot of drama? Kids might not even like you. Like, it's too much going on. That's not
Yeah.
You're not really strong enough to deal with all that, right? Like, so first test it out. Like, okay, he's a certain age, he has all these kids. I don't know if I can put up with this much drama. I gotta see if if the bond is strong enough, if the foundation is strong enough, if he loves me strong enough that he can make me stick around through all these things.
Mhm.
So that would be my advice, honestly.
I like that answer. Okay, that's number one.
I went deep, but went
No, no,
long
no,
and
no, no,
deep.
no. You're supposed to go there because you don't know who's listening. You don't know who needs to hear that. So
True.
that's good. Number two.
Mm.
What are your if you can come up with this many? What are your 10 red flags in a man?
Okay. 10 red flags in a man. One, dishonesty.
Mm,
Repeated lying and withholding
mm.
information, leading to a lack of trust.
That's
And
been
I'll
me.
give Right. And
I've
I'll
been
give you
I've been
like,
there before. Yeah.
he's shady. Like, there's something shady. He's
Oh
got
no, I'm
like,
not shady. I've lied before. I ain't shady, but I
no,
definitely lied for sure.
yeah, but somebody that's dishonest. And I'll give you two examples. He travels across the globe to meet with another woman, but also trying to build something with you. I
Oh,
think
that's
that's
wicked. Yeah, that's kind of wicked. But yeah, okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
or he speaks negatively of his ex-girlfriend, yet
Oh, that
yet yeah.
listen. If I always tell women, if you meet a guy that has a kid, let's say he has a kid, and he
Mm,
speaks negative about that mom, run. Just run. Because it's gonna happen to you at some point. So just run. I make it up. When I first met my daughter's mom,
mm.
I already had a son. I've never in my life, I don't care what me and my son's mom went through, I never said anything negative about her. She used to always say, "Man, you only speak like good things about her." And I'm like, "Yeah."
Are you talking about the mom, the beautiful blonde lady that you always talk highly about? Or are you talking about the NASA lady?
Oh yeah, my son's mom works for
Okay,
NASA, and my daughter's mom is she is a Vogue model and she works for Deluxe Version magazine. She's an editor in chief over there. But yeah,
nice.
so them two, I would never speak bad on either one of those. But when I first got to my daughter's mom, I never spoke bad about my son's mom because I don't like that. I feel like it's trashy. I feel like it's weird as hell, and I never want a woman to look at me like, ew, like why are you talking like that about people you have kids with? So my
True.
my
Mm.
my daughter's mom never knew an argument me and my son's mom had or nothing. Like she don't know anything, right? And I just making my point. So that's a huge point, and that's a turnoff that guys do not understand because they'll get right into a situation with some chick and they be like, "Oh my god, I hate my daughter, I hate my baby mama." Da, da, da. You like, first of all, calling her your baby mama just sounds trashy as shit.
Yeah,
That's
that
number one.
sounds, yeah.
I always say my kid's mom or my daughter's mom or my son's mom. I do not
True.
disrespect them in that type of manner because I think highly of both of them. Like anybody that knows me know I
Right.
think highly of both of them. So I don't play that type of game. Um but yeah, I'm sorry, I jumped in yours. So
I'm
you said
with you on that.
number one red flag is dishonesty.
Dishonesty, and
Okay.
honestly, like, there's even worse. Like, the example I was going to give is the fact that one, okay, it's okay, like, sometimes, like, okay, maybe he's going to talk badly about, even though he shouldn't, about the ex because he wants you to feel safe. Okay, whatever.
Okay.
Maybe this lady is, like, obviously kind of asking for that safety, so maybe he just
Oh,
kind of, okay,
I get what
he's,
you're saying. I get it.
so I get
Yeah.
it. But when you speak badly about your ex-girlfriend
Just openly. Yeah.
openly, but then
Yeah.
you like all her posts on social media, even on the days you're together, even on your birthday, that's cold as ice.
Yeah.
That doesn't add up. Like,
Yeah.
you're out there talking badly about this lady, but then you liking her stuff. So it's like, something doesn't add up. You're shady.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's number one. Two would be controlling. Like, I've never ever been controlled. Actually, no, I'm lying. I've been controlled once by communist dictator Nicolae Ceausescu, but I was too young to do anything about it at the time.
Right.
Because what are you gonna do as a kid? This freaking communist dude is like telling you can't eat this, you can't do that, you gotta stand up here, you can't watch this. It's like you're living in just you're in a permanent jail. You're in constant jail. You can't do anything about it. Anyway, as a kid, obviously you can do it. So since then, I told myself I'm gonna live in the freest country in the world. My dream is America. I'm gonna go to America as a free country. It's my dream. I'm going to be free. And I've never, ever allowed any man in my life to ever control me. Like, if he ever would attempt to say what I wear, who I see, where I go, when I come back, oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. You can't do this and that. Oh, watch me. uh,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
What do you mean I can't do this? Hold on, let me show you real quick what I can and cannot do. Because that's exactly what I'm gonna do if you're gonna tell me not to do that.
Yeah.
So that would be a controlling dude is a no-go. Like, that's a red flag. I'm gonna go with lack of communication is
Okay.
another one because say like he avoids discussing important topics, refuses to address issues, or consistently gives like the silent treatment as a form of punishment. I
Hmm.
don't like those games. Doesn't reply to messages in a timely manner because he wants to play some games, or maybe he's really just that busy.
That's
Uh,
kind of what newer age women do. That's their thing. They like to not text
really?
back in a
It's
certain manner just to not seem like they care or I don't know. That's why I don't. That's not. I don't like being
I'm
that.
telling you, Didi, I don't know. Like, I thank God I'm not in the dating situation because I don't know. I think it feels like it's a very sad place to be dating in this day and age.
Man.
It is, right? I can only assume like it's probably especially for a man, although it probably should be even more difficult for a woman because there are two women per man, most for the most part, right?
Yeah.
So I think it should even be more difficult for women right now.
No, it's more difficult for men because a lot of women
Yeah.
are looking at Instagram post and TikTok post on how the woman should act and she should and then now they're going outside and taking those ideologies and now guys are sitting back
Mm,
like what the hell is going on, like women, a lot of women don't want to be um those nurturers, those certain type, they don't want to be that
yeah.
anymore. They want to be outside having fun, blah blah blah, which is nothing wrong with having fun, but they want to be, they just live in a whole different world that we live in. First of all, they think everybody somehow got money, and I don't know how they think that. And now you're trying to get a guy that makes 6 7 figures a year. I'm like, what? Like maybe his company could make that, but he probably does not pocket that. So now you're just out here thinking because the Instagram looks good that he's this whatever, and now you falling for that, and you know, like it's so easy. That's why look, this I was born in the wrong time. Like I like the couples that's been
Yeah.
together 50, 60 years that just loved each other, that's buying each other rocking chairs and
Oh,
doing
nice.
stuff like that. Like I'm not,
Yeah.
I don't go outside like that. That's not really my thing at all. Um
Yeah,
and
you're an introvert, huh?
um
Ish.
ish, yeah.
Ambivert, more on the
Like
introverted side.
I think more so when I was younger, I was more so extroverted. Like I was outside all the time. I was at clubs. I was as I get older, I'm like, I just don't see the point. First of all, it's expensive outside. Number one,
You bet? Hell
it
yeah.
is expensive outside, and number two, like when I'm outside, I don't understand what I'm outside for. Like I don't understand the point in me being outside. It just doesn't benefit me where I'm trying to be. Like I'm trying to be a
Right,
husband. I'm trying to be that thing, right? So I don't
right.
see what me being outside like that. Like what I put to go outside and talk to a bunch of chicks. I don't want no chicks. So um
I like that. That's good. I mean, Why? Like, I'm so confused. Like, people don't understand. Like, I really like Cody Sanchez. She posted something recently, and she's like,
Oh, I think I know her.
"Yeah, of course." I mean, she's
Wait,
so
what? Is she?
some type of Latina, I think.
Yeah, is she? Oh, okay, yeah, 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 yeah. Black hair. She's
Yeah,
super
Cody said
knowledgeable.
she is cool. She said, same dick, different day. I think that was so spot on. Like, same for men. Like, you get pretty much like, what are you doing? If you found your the woman, the one woman,
Yeah,
especially if that woman gave you a child, like that's like no brainer. You already like you should already know that. But like you found your woman, the dream woman, the
yeah,
woman that you've always envisioned, like, whoa,
yeah,
and you almost had her. Don't let that woman slip away. Like,
yeah.
get her, like, lock that in, dude, because these women are rare. Most of these women out there are like just money hungry. They want to sit comfortably at home, not have to have a job, but they don't really feel like being entrepreneurs either because that's even more stress. They don't even have any ideas. And so it's like, man, if you found that woman that
Yeah,
like she's got the brains and she got the love for you and the looks, that's a luxury.
yeah,
uh don't let that go away because then you're just like, woo.
yeah.
um yeah,
Like, oh,
anyway, so yeah,
yeah,
so
yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, wait, wait. Oh, you got it. You finished. Was that number 3 or 4? Number
number
4.
four is aggression. Shows signs of aggression, whether
Mm,
it's like verbal or physical towards objects or like direct physical
yeah,
threats. Hell no. Like
yeah.
that is a big no go. This cannot like, or also like driving recklessly to intimidate or scare you. If a man
That's
does that to
I've
you,
heard somebody. I've known a few women that's dealt with that. And I'm like, dudes be doing that. Like,
yeah,
I've had
dudes
moments
be
of.
doing that.
I'll be honest with you. I've had moments of aggression before in my life. Of course, I'm not gonna lie to you. Not like putting my hands on anybody, but I've like punched the wall or like I've done these. I'm not gonna lie and say I haven't done these things. I've done these things. I did that. I did this probably 6 years ago. So
Really?
yeah, I was
Can't
like, I didn't
picture
know how
you
to.
out. Oh man, okay. When you were like what, in your 20s or
Yeah,
something? Yeah.
I was like 20,
Okay.
I was like 29, 28, something like that, or something like that. So,
Maybe
which still doesn't,
still,
still's not
yeah.
right, but, and I'm not
But
gonna
at
give an
least you were
excuse.
immature. You can kind of be
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
okay,
yeah,
he
yeah.
was a kid.
That's very stupid of me, right?
Yeah.
So I've done those things before, but when I talk to guys now, I'm like, bro, like, calm down, like, cause I'll get in my mode at times. Coming from where I'm from, we'll say certain things, and it may not be that deep. And
Hmm.
then you got to understand, just because it's not that deep from where you from, your woman might not like that. Like, all right, this is not. I hope guys do not say this. Where I'm from, you could say something like, "Man, you can blip this out if you need to." Like, man, this bitch tripping, right? If I said it to my girl, she gonna be like, "What do you mean this bitch?" Like, and in my mind, like, I don't think it's that big of a deal.
Right.
I wouldn't say that to her, but I'm saying like, if I did say that, or I have said that, but I wouldn't want. I don't know. I don't know. I know I don't mean no harm by it, but then you also got to sit back and go, hey, fam, like, it's not about being harmful. If you think it's harmful, it's up to her on what she
Right.
thinks, right? And
Right. That's
so,
true. That's true.
and so, I've had
I don't
moments.
even tolerate like raising the voice. Like right now at this age,
Yeah,
back in my 20s, yes, maybe somebody can strangle me and I'll still forgive him.
yeah,
Maybe they can even punch me in my face and I maybe not forgive him, but I'll be like, we're not together, but I'll forgive you for the sake of.
yeah, 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 yeah,
But like right now, I don't even tolerate like raising up the voice
yeah,
because I'm like, I'm at this age, like I'm like, I'm not 20 years old. I don't need you don't know. You
yeah,
can't yell at me. Don't raise your voice.
yeah,
We're gonna talk like adults and we're gonna speak about what the problem is.
yeah,
Like there's no way in hell somebody gonna be out there trying to hell
yeah,
no.
yeah,
Get your shit together.
yeah, yeah,
What?
yeah.
Homie.
Yeah, and I think it also depends on the guy, the way he was raised. Like, um, all that, everything plays
True.
a part, but you still got to get it under control. You can't just go, well, I was raised like this, so she needs to accept it. No, not really. Like
Right.
she still can feel a way about you being aggressive or something like that. Like you still need to get it under control. So, okay, that's number 4. What's your number 5?
Yeah. Number 5 is unwillingness to compromise. So
Ooh.
insists on having his way all the time and is not willing to meet halfway on decisions or problems. He
Hmm.
mostly takes like my way or the highway approach, right?
Oh yeah.
And that's a sign of like basically the relationship lacks the flexibility needed to thrive.
Yeah.
Somebody with that much ego, you gotta have. I mean, it's fine. You can do it, but it's just a lot of work. I don't know. For me, not worth it.
Yeah. Okay.
Number 6, he expects. He exhibits. No, sorry. He exhibits a lack of empathy or
Ooh.
understanding when you're going through a rough time, indicating that he is not invested in your well-being.
Okay.
If the woman, sometimes women go through, especially if they're like in their midlife crisis situation, like sometimes women after 39, say the age of 40 and like 50, in that range, they might go through some things. Like it's they might actually have some, like, maybe it's midlife crisis. If that is like, if he exhibits that like lack of empathy and understanding, it's really like, why what's the purpose of this person? Like,
Mm.
that's when you have to be a friend. That's when you have to show yourself, you have to show your love and be the most empathetic, most supportive. You have to be a friend, because if you're out there like selfishly doing going about your life and just like, whatever, um you're pretty much just like dropping her in the ocean by herself, where you had a boat. You could have just like grabbed her hand and saved her, but like you just throw it through the deuces and left her hanging in the middle of the ocean by herself. She's always going to remember that.
Oh, for
Like,
sure.
oh,
Yeah,
okay,
for
that's how it
sure.
was.
Yeah.
So I think that's a red flag. A man that's not understanding and doesn't have empathy, especially like, say she's going through some rough times, say she's like whatever the whatever rough times she's going, and you're like so focused on, you're going through the rough times, it's about me. No, dude, it's really not about you. But if you would have actually understood, I would have given you a lot more credit. Number 7, inconsistency. And a lot of men are so freaking inconsistent. Thank God I don't have to deal with that. But he is hot and cold and sometimes showing great interest and affection, then suddenly withdrawing. This kind of inconsistency can emotionally be draining on a woman. Is he bipolar, or is he switching women? Can he make up his mind? Just
That's
make up
me.
this. I know. Trust me.
That's me.
Tell me about that.
I I I
I
have
know, because
been
I've been listening to you because I'm your friend, and I'm like,
I
be about a decision.
yeah, I am very consistent when it comes to certain things. I know I'm consistent when it comes to school, when it comes to music, when it comes to my career, but when it comes to my love life at times, I'm so inconsistent with my boundaries. That's probably the best way to put it.
Yep.
I, I'll
Yep.
have these boundaries in place, and then I'll be like, I'm not gonna go for this, or I'll be okay with this. And then once that boundary is hit, I'm like, well, she loves me. She loves me. I love her. Like, it's okay. And then they keep hitting the boundary, keep hitting the boundary, keep hitting the boundary. And I just go like this, hot and cold. And I don't want to be with you. And I want to be with you. And I don't want to be with you. And I want to be with
But
you. I
why
want to
the
make it work. I don't
games
want to make it
though?
work.
Like, why the games?
It's not even about games per se. It's just about, in my mind, I don't have the blueprint of anything. I don't have the blueprint of being a parent because or a dad because I didn't have a dad. I don't have the blueprint of being a
But that's
husband.
not justification. Because you didn't have a dad, that's where you should step up and be like, I'll be the best dad
Right.
I've never
So
had.
so now I'm trying to learn how to be the husband or trying to be a husband to someone, and it's more so like, how the hell do I even do this? Because I don't know what I'm doing, right? And I'm
Huh.
guessing and I'm playing games and I'm trying to unlearn stuff that I was taught when I was a kid. Because growing up, I grew up around my uncles. I wanted to be I wanted to be a pimp when I was like growing up. I didn't want to be nothing else.
That's
Nah,
why I call you pimpin'. You
nah.
realize I'm calling you pimpin', right?
I'm so serious. Like I'm so serious. When I was growing up, that was my that's what I wanted to. I wanted to be that because I thought you're supposed to have all the girls. I thought they're supposed to do this, and girls and women. I thought that, right? So I was, I was taught some certain things at a younger age. So now, as an adult male, I'm like, man, that's stupid. So I'm trying to unlearn a lot of things. So sometimes the inconsistencies kick in for me, but I have to, understand that I know where I want to be, and I have to stick to where I'm trying to get to, um, because the universe and God and everything else will just keep on throwing stuff in there in a pot until you get it together. So right
Hmm.
now, I'm just slowly trying to get it together. I know who I love, and I know all these things, and it's just like, bro, like get it together, or like stop making dumb arguments up, or stop trying to create an argument for argument's sake. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
at times I literally create arguments in a relationship for no reason. Like I have zero reason to create an argument, but I guess I just want to hear them care,
Hmm.
and or that's my way of thinking they care, because I grew up with just a single mom, and my mom was very like I got whoopings a lot, and I can
You
I got
did? I
hell
love your
yeah,
mama.
hell
I like
yeah.
your mama.
I,
I like the old school. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm like,
that's old school. I got whoopings a lot. My mama was very just strict and things like that. It was just me and her. And so,
I'm sure she didn't like do anything too crazy.
oh
That's what
nah,
I'm
she
like.
just whooped my ass.
Just
That's it.
like it's in the Bible. It says
Yeah,
spare the
nah, nah,
rod
nah.
or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. She just whooped that ass. That's it. She just whooped that ass, and she was argumentative sometimes. So when it comes to women, sometimes I think, oh, you're supposed to argue. Are you supposed to yell when you don't like something, or
If I would, if I would put it on your mama,
oh, I'm
then
not putting it on my
it's
mama. Don't.
our fault.
No. I'm not putting it on my mama. I love my mama. Shout out to my mama.
That's what
No,
I'm
I'm not.
saying. I already like that woman. I don't even know her. Don't be
Nah, that's
talking
my.
bad.
You know how I feel. No. You know how I feel about my mama.
Exactly.
I love my mom. But
All that you
um,
told me about her, I already know she's a great woman. I don't know if it's that. I think it's the fact that it's just something that basically you, ooh, this can get deep. No, I'm not gonna make it deep. So I think you're just doing all this inconsistency because you're afraid of something. You're afraid of
yeah.
losing that person. You're afraid that, oh my
I
gosh,
don't like. I'm afraid of rejection.
yes,
I'm afraid of losing someone, and I feel like if I go hot, cold, if you decide to leave me and I'm in a cold spot, then I won't even care any damn way. I'm trying to avoid the feeling, right? I'm
but
trying
that's
to,
when you lose good people. So when you
yeah,
try
for
to
sure.
like, you have that. So the one thing about good women will always know because our intuition, I think that moment when you're good, God blesses you with the intuition that's extra, that extra intuition. And they know like, okay, this woman is playing, like this man is playing games.
Yeah,
So when a man is like, or for example, like a man has like safety nets and stuff like that, or he out there trying to like on their ex's posts and whatnot,
yeah,
you're not really about starting like you don't really want to build anything here. So
yeah,
why would I leave my whole life for someone? Why would I want to try to go all in with you if you're like half-assing it with me? You know what I mean? Like that's like I really wanted to try this with you, but you kind of have been half-assing it because you've been doing all these games with all your other people. So at that point, it's like you just lost the best chance of your life because you
yeah.
really could have had the one woman that would have loved the shit out of you like forever. You could have had the love story, but inconsistency is a very, very like deteriorating.
Hell yeah, it is.
So yeah, another one that I think another red flag is substance abuse. Like I don't I mean you can be with someone that is alcoholic, but it's a lot of work. It's so much work. Oh
I
my
don't know if I could be with somebody that's alcoholic. I can be with somebody that likes to drink alcohol, but alcoholic, I don't know. Like,
like he has like unaddressed issues with
oh
substance abuse or
no. I
other
can't.
addictions. Doesn't have to be alcohol, weed, right? Or he refuses to acknowledge or seek help for this.
Yeah,
If they're like potheads or whatever their addiction is, any kind of addiction, or like we're in Vegas, right? Like say a gambling, that's another addiction. I
That's a
think
huge
any
addiction.
right, like any kind of addiction, if they have an addiction, it's like, and I have an addictive personality. That's why I don't smoke anymore, because I know my limits. Like I know what I can and cannot do. That's why like I'm only gonna have like a little bit of, like, if I want to have a drink, I'm gonna have this much. No, I'm not really interested in drinking though. That's not my thing. um Gambling, I'm not interested in that. But I know certain things could really make me like, ooh,
Yeah.
that I won't do it. Like I'm just not gonna do it. And I had a friend like back in the day. I'm gonna tell you, I had this friend like he went to he was stationed in Philippines, right? He went to Philippines for a whole year. He never, because he was married, but he couldn't bring his family. He never, because he liked Filipino women. He never got out of the room. He always ordered in all his food because he didn't want to be
He knew his
tempted.
addiction. He knew the addiction. Yeah.
He
Yeah.
knew he didn't. So I'm like, I love that. I respect that. When you know your limits, you know
Yeah.
you shouldn't be doing these things. You know your demons. You learn like, okay, I'm tempted by this. This is my demon. I don't do well with this. Okay. You
Yeah.
have all my respect when you try to stay in control of that and you beat your demons. Like, okay, I'm a flirt. Okay, if you're a flirt and you actually don't go out because you don't want to flirt with somebody, or you block certain people that you know might tempt you to like do that, you are so like strong.
Yeah.
You have your mind
Yeah.
in. I really respect that.
Yeah. I like that.
So yeah, yeah, you gotta know your like know yourself and really like control your mind. Another one, number 9, would be he exhibits consistent unwillingness to reflect on personal mistakes and like learn from them.
Okay.
Also, he's like quick to be defensive to
Yeah.
criticism, but doesn't acknowledge mistakes to criticism. Like he doesn't offer genuine apologies when needed. That is lack of respect, I think. Like
That's
you,
definitely lack of respect for sure.
right? Like, what the hell? First of all, like, if I say I posted something, right, and it wasn't even meant for this person, and they out there attacking me, thinking that's like taking it all personally. First of all, that is weird.
Yeah.
Okay, why are you attacking? Like, you're quick to be defensive, but like on the other side, you never apologize. So that makes like that's not cool. That's not cute. That's really like problem. Okay.
Yeah.
So I think that's a red flag. Another one, number 10, and I got along with these answers.
You good?
Which you did. Did you say
No, 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 no.
good?
I say you're good.
Okay. I was like,
No, you're
shit,
good. No, no, I didn't say you
100,
did. No, I say you.
100.
No, 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 no. I say you're good.
Okay. Poor treatment of others. Like, actually, no. I think I'm debating between poor treatment of others and how he treats people in like service roles and his family and stuff like that,
Right.
and like playing PlayStation. I'm like, if you're over 18 years old, if you're over 18 and you play PlayStation, video games, and all that childish stuff, you gotta get out of my house. Like, grow the hell up, grow up, and
I
then
haven't.
you'll meet.
I haven't played a video game since I was probably 13 years,
And
12 years
there are
old.
grown ass men in their 40s playing PlayStation. I have friends,
Yeah, but I mean, but
married
some of these
girlfriends.
guys are making big money off of doing that nowadays. You
No,
know.
they're not making money, these losers. They're not making money. They're just sitting their asses there because they're so depressed watching some PlayStation. Like, come on. Do you understand you're wasting life? Not only you're wasting your life, but you're wasting this poor woman's life because
Yeah.
she's eventually going to end up going with a freaking real human being that's not depressed, that's not a loser, and is going to actually like she, or maybe she's even gonna miss that opportunity because she was out here babysitting this loser. And like, come on, like,
Yeah.
no, no, hell no. That is such a big no-go for me, and I have so much passion because I've met so many women, especially in Las Vegas, married to losers that play PlayStation in their 40s. And I'm like, oh my gosh, do you understand? I'm,
So no, so basically, number 10 is don't play no damn game.
none. Don't play no PlayStation, no Nintendo, all that, whatever the
Yeah.
hell they're called.
Yeah.
Don't play games, period. Like,
Okay.
just be for real. Like, be real. Do not be sitting. Okay, you're in a marriage, be in a marriage. You're committed, be committed. Don't be half-assing, oh, I'm actually married to the PlayStation 50% of the time, and then I'm gonna be taking 20% of the time I'm gonna spend some time with the kids, and then no.
Yeah,
No, homie. Here's
yeah,
what's gonna happen, okay? You your ass is gonna give up on that PlayStation, or I'll throw it the hell out of that window. Or if you or sell it on Facebook Marketplace for nothing, give it to someone. Or we're just gonna have to be like, we're done.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I know. I don't know any friend. None of my friends play games, but I know people that do, and I'm just like, I always think to myself, like, bro, that I wonder what your girl thinks of that. You know what I mean? Like, because sometimes women just kind of keep things to themselves because they're just like, all right, whatever. But I don't want to say nothing. And I said, man, I know she's telling her homegirl, like, oh my God, that's all he does is play that damn
They
game.
are. They're
And
telling their homegirls,
yeah,
a girl.
yeah,
Whew.
yeah,
And the homegirl is me listening in my head, be hurting, okay?
yeah, yeah. I already know. I know exactly how it goes. All right, let's
And you
see.
know why
Next.
it's hurting? And I'm gonna tell you why it's hurting, because my heart hurts for them, because I
Mhm.
can sympathize. Like, I see so much, like, all my girls are like, they have so much potential. They're such great girls. And they're like, man, if they were in Europe, a European man, woo, to have a girl like this, they would be treated so nicely. But because
Mhm.
they're in this country where, like, I don't know, for some reason they feel like they need to settle, I tell them, just go to Europe, girl. You know how many Italians would treat you so nicely? Like, Italian men they treat you with, you're wasting your time with these losers playing PlayStation. What? A date would last 1 minute in my house playing that PlayStation. Anyway, let's go with the next question.
All right. So the next question is going to be, how long should a woman wait to sleep with her partner?
I don't know why I took so long to answer, because I've always been okay. So, as my friend Jocelyn, and I think you might know him. He was in our group in
Oh,
the
okay.
group that we have, and I'm gonna interview him. I'm excited about the podcast. Anyway, Ken said women need to feel loved in order to have sex, but men feel loved when they have sex.
I'm with it. I'm with
I'm
it.
with it. I'm with it too, and I fully agree. And I think a woman should have, of course, if I want to be politically correct,
Yeah.
after she gets married.
Whoa.
Let's bring the old school back. Like, I'm that freaking old school. I'm telling
Mm,
you,
Not
I'm
me.
crazy, right?
Not me.
Didi. Yeah, yeah. I know you don't agree, and I think you
No,
want.
no, I don't
Yeah.
agree because I need to
Oh.
I need to see what's on the I need to see what's on the menu, man, before I just order something.
What? What you gotta see? What you? Hold
I
on,
don't
hold on,
know,
hold
like
on.
what? Okay, okay, because okay.
Yeah.
I feel
Tell
like
me.
I feel like sex is a huge thing in a relationship.
Thing. Okay.
What's a good word? I think sex is a huge part. I think sex is a huge part of the relationship, right? So
Yeah.
if you're asking me to wait until marriage, that's fine.
Mhm.
But what if we get married, we have sex, and we are not compatible on that level? Now I'm married to someone that the sex is not even good.
What do you mean we're not compatible? If you love somebody, it's going to be.
No, that don't mean the sex is good because you love somebody.
I was going to be so nasty and so vulgar, but
It,
let me
it,
ask.
it no, I know where you could probably go, but I'm saying, like, just because I love you doesn't mean. Listen, there's women out there that love their husband, but they'll tell you, like, it's just not. It ain't that, right? And it because you have to be compatibly sexually. Like, I can love you, and you can be the funniest and the coolest, and we can da 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 da. But sexually, it just does not click. Now, can I think? Do I think?
Why? Is it because of the throwing a hot dog in the hallway? Is it?
No, 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 no. I think when couple, I think when couples I think when couples have
Woo.
problems, when couples have, listen, when couples have problems sexually, I think they have to sit and talk about it, and I think they have to figure out what each other likes. Because sometimes it's not good because I don't know how to please you the right way. I'm only pleasing you the way I think is the right way. And then the woman may be like, you're not, I don't like that actually. I like this. And sometimes women don't like to speak up. They'll speak up to their friends, they'll speak up to other, whoever, their homegirls, but they won't speak up to their man. Right? So now you got your man walking around not knowing anything. The homegirls know, girl, he just is not hitting the right angle. I ain't want him to
You know
do
what I'm
X.
hearing, Didi? I'm hearing a bunch of this. I'm hearing a bunch of like, this is not grown folk.
Who?
Okay.
Me? Nah, I'm talking about them. I'm talking about them. I get it popping. I ain't got no problem in none of this. This is not me. I am talking about these people out
Oh,
there. This, I'm not. I'm not even. I'm not there. I'm not around any of these people. I don't have problems in any area of anything. I ain't never heard. Never. That's not even my cup of tea. But, but, but there are some guys out there that's troubled, right? And there's some guys where, because I've heard it from women where they're just like, oh my god, he blah blah blah. I'm like, why you just didn't tell him? I don't know, I don't know. Just tell him like it ain't, or tell him what you like. He don't know what you like, and then they end up telling him what they like, and then he still don't do it. Then that's a whole other thing, right? So waiting to
if
marriage
yeah,
is like, it's like, okay, let's say I wait to marriage, and
yeah,
let's say we meet and we don't get married until 3, 4 years later. I have to wait 3 or 4 years
you don't gotta
to.
wait 3 or 4 years,
Oh
homie.
no, hell no! I'm not saying no. Let
What?
me not say hell no because I would. But if my woman wants me to wait 3 or 4 years to have sex, if she's worth it, I know she's worth it. Then yeah. But I like sex. So I hope my woman does too. And that's just kind of how I'm a rock out. So
All right. Okay, so wait. I think what you're trying to say is when you buy a car, you don't just buy it without test driving it, right? Like,
facts, facts,
okay, I got you. I got you.
facts.
According to research, okay, there's a
Yeah.
research. They've done research. 88% of like Americans, 88% of Americans stated that they wouldn't purchase a car without
No,
test driving it. And you're one of the 88%. I get it.
I
I'm
would
actually
not.
yeah, I'm in the 12% of risk takers, but that's because when I know what I want, I don't need to waste more time
Wait, wait,
because
wait.
I've already built the foundation. I already know what I want. Obviously, I wouldn't buy no old ass raggedy dinkety bullshit car. Of course, I know what the model is. I know it's new and I know it's going to be right for me and I know I'm going to be doing all the right things and to like I've actually done all the work needed, and hell, I even transferred all the money to the debit card.
Okay, I hear you, but but me as a man, I mean, not even as a man, just me. I can't speak for other men, but for me, I just want to test drive the car first. I want to test drive the car. I want to make sure. I want to feel the leather in the car. I want to, make sure the air work. All kind of things. You know what I mean?
I
I want to.
got you. But you know what? Out of those 86%, more than 80% actually end up buying the car. So you gonna end up buying the car. You wasted time and all that
That's not
anticipation.
wasting. Wasting me test driving isn't wasting.
Yeah, but when you test something, it means you're not really convinced.
Oh hell
But
no,
when
that's
you
not it.
actually do it, when
No,
you
no, no, no,
actually
no, no,
buy
no.
it, and when you start driving it, you own it, and then you're gonna be like, "We're in it, baby. I'm in this car. I know it."
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
If you put that negative in the universe because you gotta test it because you have doubts,
Wait,
then you're
how is
not
it?
sure about it.
How is it negative? That's not negative that
Because
I
you're
want
not
to.
sure about it. You want to test it.
That's not
Why
negative
the
that I
hell
want.
would you want to test a car if you're sure that's the car? It's new. It's good.
Forget the car analogy. I want to test the sex before, like I need to test that out, but beforehand. All
Uh
right, wait,
huh.
wait. So we're gonna go to number 4. We're gonna go to number 4. Do you believe in second chances after a breakup?
I mean, I think it depends on the damage amount, and then like
Mm,
I think it depends. Yeah, like it depends on the damage and the amount of love left. Because if someone cheated, I don't think so. I think that's a wrap. I think there's no going back. I wouldn't. Because the moment you pull that trigger, there's no going back. It will never be the same. Even if you try to lie to yourself to try to make things work, you try to patch it and put band-aids on it, the wound would always have that scar, and the scar will always remain. Right? Like
Hmm.
you'll never truly be happy again. So before you pull that
You can
plug
be
on,
happy. I think you'll be happy again.
not really. Like it's always gonna have that reminder. Like you'll always have that. Like the scar will always remember. You'll always remind you like the damage has been done. Like you'd always have that insecurity. Like you'd always have that doubt. Like oh my
Yeah.
gosh, is he gonna? Is he looking at that chick because he likes her? Is he gonna like? You
Yeah,
know what I
yeah,
mean? Like
yeah.
oh,
Yeah,
like insecurity.
yeah,
It's gonna
yeah.
just ruin you. So before you pull that plug on someone, if you think about leaving them, you better think deeply, like really deeply, and make sure you know what you're doing, because once you've made that mistake, there's no going back. So definitely I don't believe in second chances when it comes to cheating. I don't think that's a wise decision. I don't think that will ever be something that is worth even attempting. Like if once he cheated or she cheated, going back is just going to be a lot of theater playing until real, like
Hmm.
both of them realizing it's just not going to work.
Yeah,
It's done. It's over. We just
yeah.
can't fix this. Let's just move about our ways. But sometimes the damage is also like like personality. Like when you leave together and you realize we don't really match. The
Yeah.
personalities are like so different, and it's just they just clash. That's not gonna work. You can try a second time. It's you're gonna go back to the same thing because personalities haven't changed. You might try to compromise for a little while, but after a while, it's like, especially if they're a certain age, like if they're over 30,
Hmm.
personalities are not gonna change very much. So I think that's another no. Don't even bother. So you really have to understand, like you have to live with someone, and then you have to understand, like this did this work? Could I be with that person? And if the damage, if that damage was done to a point where it was so severe, no, I don't believe in a second chance when that's the case.
Okay.
But obviously, if the damage wasn't so severe, it's just kind of like a little childish game where, oh, I just a little Instagram thing over here, a little like misunderstanding was
Yeah,
really,
something that can just kind of
that's
like, yeah, 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 yeah,
that can be, that's fine. You can fix that, and it would be stupid for you not to fix that. Like if
yeah. Right.
you if you love each other, and the only reason that stops you is something stupid like that, something
Mm.
minuscule
Mm.
like that, then you're just kind of like, what are you guys doing? Get it together.
Yeah. Okay. And
Oh,
my last question is, what makes a man attractive?
really, that's a difficult question because, okay, so going after looks is just as shallow as going after money. And a lot of women go after money because they think, oh, it's fine. I can just make it work. I've never been that person. And honestly, I had an attractive man that at the time I couldn't find him attractive because I was too young and he had muscles and I wasn't, into the whole Mr. Olympia look. um, but he was rich. He was the whole package. But the fact that he had money was actually the downfall, because I didn't like the fact that he was always paying everywhere, and it belittled me. I felt like he was, making this charity work, like, oh, he's the one paying for all these things, and I'm just like this little girl that can't afford, and it just made me feel little. So I don't like that. Like I have my own money, and I'm I I make my own money. I don't like people to make me feel little. It's
Yeah.
unfortunately I have pride. So it's not. It's definitely a man that comes in with all the have the money type is annoying. But it's never. I've never been like I've never had this one, like one style. The one thing fits, like, oh, he has to have the green eyes, and he has to be tall, and he has, how like the majority of women, they're like the tall man, and they have to be this certain height and the certain 90 something percent of women, they that's their thing, the tall man. I've never had a criteria. It's always been about how they made me feel.
Hmm.
And when they were starting to be inconsistent and shady and all this, they became ugly. So it's never been about looks. Did you like? Isn't it crazy? Like, if you look like, did you realize how funny? Like, if you, when a woman, if a pretty woman goes with a rich guy,
Hmm.
oh, she's a gold digger, right? That's how
Right.
that's how people treat her. If a if say what you call it, a short woman goes with a tall man, okay, he's insecure or whatever they might say. If
Hmm.
a tall woman goes with a short guy, now both get the hate because it's like this is weird. This what the hell? They're both twisted. So there's people are always gonna hate.
Yeah.
There's always gonna be like, oh, what are you doing? And or if the pretty girl is with, I feel like people just want to see like this cliche pretty girl together with a pretty guy. And
Mm.
the standard like the, oh, he has to be taller than her and they both have to be equally attractive, whatever that means.
Yeah.
And they have to be equally rich because if he's richer then she's a gold digger and or a kept, so it's this whole, that is just so annoying. And I've never ever understood like this whole like craziness about it. Like, why does it have to be a specific kind? Why do you have to have like, oh, I'm sorry, but I couldn't date that guy because he wasn't my type?
Right.
Maybe he was the best. Like, maybe that was God's gift for you. Like,
Mm.
what do you mean? What do you like? Honestly, if you're still single and your type didn't work out, it's probably because it's you're going against God's will. This is not what you should be looking for.
Mm.
I think it should be about how you feel around that person, how they make you feel. Are you safe? Are you feeling loved? It's about of the feeling rather than the. And of course, especially with men, they the eyes,
Yeah.
they have to like they first see it before they can um, feel it. So,
Hmm.
but what about you? What makes a woman attractive?
Probably first off, it's probably the personality. Very fast for me. Like if
See.
you not goofy, but yeah, if you just playful and that's like attractive to me, or you just someone that like loves music, that's like a big thing to me because I listen to a lot of music. Um, Someone
Mhm.
that loves to learn and learn new stuff, not
Mhm.
like we always talk about little things. It's kind of like, oh, did you know this or did you know? I don't care if it's anything. I'm just like, all right, that is attractive. Um, Let me see what else
Right,
is
really.
attractive.
So personality, huh?
Yeah, personality is like my number
That's
one
very
thing.
interesting for a guy to say that.
Yeah, because I know I have like a big personality, and I hate talking to women and feeling like it's a circus act. Like
Mm,
we only dating because you think I'm funny and I'm this, that, and the third, and like every time we kicking it, it feels like I'm just entertaining you. I'm like, the hell is this? You know what I mean? So, um,
mhm.
what I like that. Like I've said this before. Men are attractive. I mean, men are unattractive until you get to meet us, and then women are attractive until we get to meet y'all or get to know y'all. So,
Mhm.
I always feel like that. I always feel like that. So, yeah, that's probably. I mean, looks is of course looks is a thing, right? But the prettiest women are like could be boring or just not my
Right,
cup of tea. You know what I mean? Like in looks
right.
and looks are fading. Looks fade, right? Half these
Yeah.
women that look a certain way on social media do not look like that in real life. Um, if you put on makeup and then you put a filter on and then you get on Instagram and use their filter, so that's three different things on your face that I don't exactly know how the hell you really look until I see you in person. I'm like, that's not at all. And a lot of guys don't know that. So they're just kind of like, oh my God, under these girls' pictures, oh my God, you're so fine. You're so fine. I'm just like,
Yeah, yeah,
bro,
yeah.
I'm like, Brody, I just saw her in person in real life and she does not look like that. But hey, okay, cool. You know what I mean? So,
I'm
um,
starting to feel a certain way. You insinuating something?
no, what are you talking about? No, 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 no. I'm talking about like other people. So, no, I'm not talking about you. But it's just, I don't know. It's just little things that I think women that I don't know. I like women that like to
I'm joking. I'm not starting to feel no damn way.
I know. I know women that. I mean, I like women that like to cook and I don't know. I like eating. I'm small, but I like eating. I like
Are you sure?
trying.
Oh, because you're vegetarian and stuff.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So
That's
I like
easy.
when I like
Boil
a
some
woman that likes
potatoes.
to cook. Potatoes,
Oh, you like
vegetables,
them
rice.
fries. Yeah, yeah. Fried potatoes. Fries,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. I love fries. So if you got me some fries or some regular potatoes, some mashed potatoes, some roasted potatoes, vegetables,
What's with
salads.
potatoes? Are you like a Idaho fan? You're
No, like just French fries. Like I love French fries.
loving them potatoes. You're an Idaho boy.
Like Five Guys. I love Five Guys fries.
For
I
real?
love Five Guys fries. So
Because?
Five Guys, the Cajun fries with Five Guys. Um, any fry, give me some sweet and sour
Yeah.
sauce. So good,
Sours? Okay.
so good.
Oh
It's
my
your.
gosh.
I think it's your turn for some questions.
Yes. Let me pull them up because I gotta I have them right here somewhere. All right.
Let's see.
Let's see. Whew. My questions for you. I'm gonna go with
Okay.
something easy. What
Okay.
makes you happy?
Um, I I think it's a case by case situation.
Mm.
Um, my kids for sure. Like I'll sometimes just look at my kids and they just being kids, and I just be like, what the, like it's just I can't even explain the feeling they give me. Um, I can't even explain that. What makes me happy? Seeing other people happy make me so happy. Like if I can do something and it just makes somebody like smile, I'm like, it just makes me feel. It could be the smallest thing. I don't care what it is. It could be
Oh,
me just looking out for you in some type of aspect, making you a drink, or making you whatever, right? That makes me feel good. What else makes me happy? It's a lot of things that make me happy. Shit, waking up every day make me happy. Growing, that makes me happy. Knowing, nah, you way better than you were 6 months ago. You way better than you were 2 years ago. You way better than you were for sure 6 years ago.
nice.
Let me see. Those are probably the few things that make me happy. Yeah, probably the few things that make me happy.
So your kids growing and progressing
And giving.
and giving.
Yeah, that's why like one of my dreams. I don't know if it's a dream, but one of my goals is to be like a philanthropist, a huge philanthropist. Like that's one of my main. Giving back is like.
That's not something you dream about. That's something you do. You know how
Well,
much like.
yeah. I mean, well, you can still dream it.
Hold on, hold on. What do you want to like philanthropy about? What do you want
Well,
to? What do you want to
well.
help with? I can give you some stuff.
Oh, what? Give me some stuff. You see, I signed up for the.
Oh, you signed my petition.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, thank you. Okay, so let's go do some. I have some projects. Let's do some. How do you feel about homeless
For like
people?
what?
Homeless people. How do you feel about that?
I'm about to be one of them in a minute.
Didi, don't you see you crack me up. I'm glad your ass is laughing.
Ah, so how do I feel like him? I'm like, hey, cousin.
Oh no.
but
So
but no, but no. Hell yeah, if you got some stuff, yeah, let's do it. Let's
yeah.
get outside. Let's
Well, you
get back.
might as
Let's.
well get in good with them, you know?
I'm like, hey, this is where I sleep, right? This my spot.
Man. All
Oh
right.
man, but but
Shoot.
nah, I want to like one of my main goals. I've always said this 1,000 times, but I want to build a boys and girls club in my neighborhood where I'm from, in Houston, which is Hersheywood. That's where I'm from. I'm from a hood called Hersheywood.
Yeah, I can feel it.
Yeah. So I I want to build a boys and girls club in Hersheywood. So that's one of my main goals.
Nice. Mm-hmm. Sorry, I was trying. I had to have some freaking
No,
water.
I was about
So
to pour alcohol, but that's gonna make my
um,
mouth dry.
okay. So I think let's start with doing some volunteering and some philanthropy out
Yeah,
here
what are you trying? I'm
for
right.
you, Bill.
I'm ready when
Yeah.
you're ready.
Okay. Yeah.
I signed
Oh,
the
yeah.
petition for a reason.
Yeah, thank you, thank you. You know, that petition is like something which I mean, a lot of people are on board with that because a lot of people are like, well, how else am I going to teach my kids about this animal? First of all,
Get
in
your
this
ass
day
on
and
YouTube
age,
or something. Yeah, like
exactly. Secondly, there are different, like you can take your kid to San Diego and see the dolphins in their nature. You can take it. No, there's no excuse.
yeah,
I'm like, come on.
you got a
And
free willy.
yeah, no. This is just it's gone for too long. And
Yeah,
you have to think about it. Like, how selfish are these human beings? They have to
yeah,
go there and see imprisoned innocent creatures. Like all that for come on,
yeah,
enough is enough. We need to
yeah.
like put an end to this. But yeah, so thank you so much for signing the signature, the petition.
Of course.
I really appreciate it. But I also have another passion of mine. It's homelessness, and I usually go and I don't like to make this public because it's something like really really private. But I go pretty frequently and like feed them.
Oh,
So
I've
if
done that
you
too. I've done it.
yeah, so we can go
Good amount of
together and
time.
like feed them and and or even like in Virginia, I was actually cooking for them at a shelter.
Mm,
So if we, maybe we can I haven't actually found a shelter here where I could cook and do the things.
mm.
I'll look into it and then you can join and
Hell
um
yeah, I'm down. I'm always down to help. So
yeah, that'll be
I'm
nice.
definitely down.
It always, it's there are so many things you learn in those moments.
Hmm.
It's a lot to learn. It
Yeah,
is truly a
yeah,
very humbling experience, and it's something that reminds you, like, okay, I am blessed. Like,
yeah,
and not to mention, like, some of us have been there, and they just don't want to forget, and they want to give it forward, pay
yeah,
forward. Whenever you have all this that I have, you always want to remember. You've been there, girl. You want to remember.
yeah.
So, anyway, my second question is: when was the last time you cried?
About a month ago at my daughter's kindergarten graduation.
What? Why would
Yeah,
you cry at a
she was.
graduation in front of everybody?
Well, I was in the crowd. I wasn't
Oh,
like
you mean because you were like supportive and emotional for
yeah,
her?
like it was
Oh,
just so I didn't even like I don't know with her. I'm like with that little girl. I'm like super emotional with her for some
she's
weird reason.
adorable. Like
Yeah,
she's
that's my
freaking adorable.
yeah, that's my baby. But I'm super emotional. Well, her and my son are both emotional. But she was
Because she's
they
younger and yeah.
yeah they were up there and they were singing songs like graduation songs, and I'm just looking at her and she's just singing a little heart out, and it's her and all the kids, and I'm just like filled with like thanks and all just all kind of feelings that I was having in that moment, and I just was like, damn, I don't know. She makes me she can get me to cry
Mhm.
by just doing little things, walking up to me, Daddy, I love you so much, and just for no reason, I'm like, and it's so crazy because my defense mechanism is, what'd you do? And she's like, nothing. Like I'm just telling, like I'm just saying. And yeah, when I saw her up there singing, and she was singing and doing the little hand gestures and everything, and I was just like, I just started crying, and then I was like, oh my god, I can't stop crying, so I had to like turn around, like make sure nobody's looking at me. Um, but yeah,
Oh,
that's the last time I cried. So last time I cried was a month ago at my daughter's graduation.
have
Yeah,
you ever
she
cried for a woman?
cried for a woman.
Mhm.
Cried for cried like tears, or
Which
I'm just
yeah.
like, oh, like, are you like
No,
real
like
tears?
like to cry. If you look in the dictionary, I mean, it's going to tell you it involves some tears. You crack me up.
Cry? I don't think I've ever cried. Like, I think I've cried in the situation. Like, if we're talking about something, I'm getting emotional about it, and I'm like, damn, you just not listening. Like, out that, but not like, oh my god, man. Like, no, I ain't never went out the deep end like that. Like, I'll if I want my woman so bad, I mean I'm gonna have to just beg, but I ain't gonna like I'm gonna have some ego with that beg too. I ain't gonna be like, please, I just I couldn't. I don't even see me doing that. I don't even think I broke down crying like that before. So
I
Hell
think
no.
when a man cries for her for his man for his what the
What?
all right, I'm drunk officially. No, when a man cries for his woman, okay,
Okay.
this is what we're talking here. I find that very attractive. I
Hell
think
no, man.
I
Hell no.
think that is like the definition of he is truly in love.
Cause he's
And
crying.
yeah,
I cried during the birth of my kids, but I mean, I don't know. Like, okay, okay. When you say it's attractive, what is he crying about?
say the woman of your dreams says, "I'm done with you. Never want to see you again. I am
And you
getting
want him
married
to
to."
cry?
Huh?
You want him to cry?
Well, yeah. If she tells you you're done, she's done. She's gonna move on with this.
Crying, I don't know about that one. I'll try and I'll plead maybe and baby like I'll do that. Crying like is wicked behavior to me. I don't know. And then I'm
Let
not
me
gonna say
tell you
that.
one thing, bro. Let me tell you one thing. If you don't cry in that moment, you're gonna miss your chance.
No, no, no. Facts, facts. The crying may help. She may be like, damn, he really love me. You know what I mean? Like she probably waiting on that little tear to fall. I'm trying
You
to like
have to be
squeeze it
like,
out. I'm like, fuck no. I'll start punching myself and
squeeze
shit.
an onion or something. You gotta do something because
Yeah. No, I haven't done that.
what are your thoughts on marriage?
What do you mean? My thoughts
Like
on it? I love marriage. I
like
want to be married now.
so do you want to be married?
I want to be married right now.
You
Like
do?
I want to go get married right now.
So what's stopping you?
Well, how my situations, how my baby set up.
Okay, okay.
Because it's not, it's deeper than just me saying I want to get married. It's that person not ready. That person's not. That's not what they ready for right
What
now.
if they
So
are and they just don't think you are? And it's kind of like a reflection. It's like the mirroring of the whole thing.
maybe, but I don't think so. I think they're just maybe not ready, and and that's fine.
Have you discussed this?
Yeah, for sure.
And you sure the person told you I'm not ready?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah. Like
I think, and then you said,
no,
yeah.
no, no.
No,
I think, not
I'm
I think,
telling you
not
something doesn't add up.
no, 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 not I think. I didn't mean to say I think, but no, they're not ready. They say they're not ready. But I want to get married today. I want to get married like now. The majority of my friends are married. My
I
cousins
don't
are
know about
married.
now, but let's finish the podcast first.
Yeah, like my my cousins are married. My friends are married. Like I envy them all the time. Like when they just like, oh no, bro, I'm just getting off the job, getting off the J right now, bro. About to head to the crib, bro. I gotta da 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 with the wife and the kid. I'm just like, damn, I want that. You know what I mean? And I can't, you know, like they, but it is what it
I
is.
mean, do
So
you want that because you've seen how rough it is out there in the
hell no, I
streets?
want it because I want to be married.
Okay, so let's make it like hold on.
Okay,
I got something for you here.
okay.
There's a difference between I want to be married because I love this person, or I want to be married because I like the idea of being married, or I want to be married because it's rough out there in the streets and I think
Hell
that
no,
might be.
no. I
Okay.
want to be married because I'm in love.
Okay. So that's because you know that's the one.
Yeah, like I want to be married because I'm in love, not because it's rough in the streets or da da da. I've thugged it out by myself for years. So, no, I want to get married because I'm in love, not because of anything extra that comes with it. You know what I mean? Everything else is more like multiplying and things like that. But hell nah, I don't want to get married because I think I love you or because it seems like it's supposed to be the right thing to do. Nah, I want to marry you because damn it, girl, I want to marry you. You know what I mean? Like,
So let's. What's up with the? Did you buy the ring?
man, what's the next question?
Oh
I
gosh.
just told you I was about to be homeless. You asking me about a fucking ring.
Oh, you're right. Oh man, I got some old rings up in there. I can give
Man,
you
I'm gonna
one.
give her this one. Hey, hold on to this right quick. Hold on to this right quick.
No,
Daddy be
I
back.
have a lot of rings. If she has the same set, you know how many rings I actually in that, this I bought this ring. I bought this ring in Israel, right in Jerusalem, And
Yeah.
I said, this is my gift to myself as a memory of the Holy Land. And I'm not taking this off. This is another one,
Mm.
the Jerusalem cross. This my finger can be cut off. This is not going out because this is Holy Land.
Yeah.
Anyway, but I do have a lot of rings. I can give you some if you want.
Man, what's the next question?
What makes someone your soulmate?
Probably, man, someone that just understands you for you.
Mm,
Someone that loves you unconditionally. Not, I know guys can say that like, oh, she's love me even if I do some stupid shit. No, that's not what I'm saying. That has nothing to do with being unconditional. That's actually stupidity. I'm talking about like a woman that just love a woman that sees you. Yeah, well, this is vice versa. But I
right,
see
right.
so much potential and light inside of you, and you see the same thing. Like
Mm,
there is nothing like a woman that sees the greatness in you that you don't even see yet. And she's telling you, baby, you got this. Baby, you're gonna be great. And I'm doing the same thing. That's my soulmate. Because that's not easy. A lot of people don't do that. I know people that don't get poor. I have friends that their girls don't really talk to them like that. They're just like, damn, bro, I wish I had someone that talked to me like that. So yeah,
Did
that's a
you know
soul.
that your soulmate would always be the one that corrects you, that always tries to tell you, like, hey,
Yes, I
this
always
is
say that.
wrong, man.
Your soulmate is the one that corrects you in everything, that tells you saying the wrong thing, you're doing the wrong, you need to do it this way. Sometimes we can get
You
so
need to
defensive.
communicate better. You need to be on,
Yeah,
you need to do better
yeah.
here. You need to, but some people are always like, some people are like, well, that's nagging. Well, that's
No,
negative.
it's
Well,
not.
that's this.
I
It's like,
want the best for you.
right? They're trying to really make you fit
You,
in in her life.
your
They're trying to
parents,
make you us like her soulmate, but you thinking all this other stuff basically tells her no, he's not the soulmate. So I
y-
like the fact that you admit that they
your,
can
your, your, your
try to fix you.
parents your parents like do all of these things and correct you in so many ways because they love the hell out of you. They love the hell out. So they're correcting you. So I am as your soulmate. I can't let you just talk or do whatever and then I don't put my input in because
Right.
that means you just want a yes man. And I'm not that person for you because I'm gonna speak my mind and I really, really hope I'm you gonna speak your mind. I love a woman that's like, babe, you shouldn't have did that, or you shouldn't do that, or babe, have you thought about maybe trying this out instead of that, or babe, give me ideas, give me things where I can
Right.
go, okay, because I like growing. So if my woman see growth in me that I might not, because I really feel like women see potential in men way before we see it in ourselves. Y'all had like that women's intuition. That's when it kicks in.
Yes. It
That
is so
intuition
true.
kicks in at that point. It's other times where y'all say it's intuition. I'm like, y'all way off on this, that, and the third. But in
Such
that
as
space,
hold on, such as
um, it's been times where women think you doing something and it's not intuition. It's just you just thinking some shit. I'm like, I ain't doing nothing. Like I'm doing zero. And you're thinking that because of whatever, 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 but it's
Mhm.
cap. So, but I definitely think women, like even your mom will see potential in you as a young boy way before you see it. I know what you're gonna be. I know how you're gonna be. I know. And then you get with a woman. I kind of want that woman to pour into me just as much. Like, hey, like, baby, I love you. Like, I know
Right.
you like doing this, but have you thought about doing this because I think you'd be good in this aspect. Don't just let
Mm.
me. Don't let me fail and then complain when I start failing.
Right.
So,
And I think, like if you think about it, when you have a kid, right? Like you have this kid
mm-hmm.
and the he's trying to like he's trying to do something that's gonna hurt him. Like he is on top of this tall bed. You can't really like if he falls out of bed, it's gonna hurt him. So obviously, as your paternal instinct, you'll be like, no, 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 don't jump. Don't try to sit there. I'll come grab you.
Yeah,
But and that's the thing is like a smart woman would try to correct you in a harsh way at the beginning. And some men get very thrown off by that. They don't understand that, yes, oh wow, she's just nagging, she's negative. She may have an overly maternal, like, okay, I need you to do better here.
yeah,
I know what I want in a man, and I know you have the potential to be that, and I know you could if you were to do these things. I'm trying to help you here because I know, I think you may want the same thing. So, but if you let that child fall, which is probably, let them learn from mistakes, uh, that is actually ending up like you're gonna feel like you failed as a parent,
Hmm.
but then the child is gonna hurt and he's gonna feel like, why didn't he tell me, he, she, whatever, whoever the parent is. So what do you do? Like it's one of those things. Like a woman feels like the best thing to do in that moment is if I know he's doing something wrong, he's liking all these women on like all these women's sexy photos on social media. I know that's something that's gonna detriment our relationship or it's gonna do something that's not beneficial for us.
Hmm.
I'm gonna tell him, and I'm not gonna try to tell him like, hey, it's not. I'm not gonna try to manipulate. I'm not trying to think too much about ways to say it. It's just gonna be very blunt.
Yeah.
In that phase, in that time and space, you need to approach it very directly. So some men just don't understand that, and it's like, okay, well, you need to appreciate when a woman does that because that
Yeah,
means
I'm appreciative when any woman does it. I don't. It don't have to be my woman. It don't have to be. It could just be like, hey, I think this or I think that. I take constructive criticism, or I don't mind if you see I can grow in another area. Hey, what if you did this? What if you did that? Oh, okay. Because I feel like y'all not trying to steer us wrong, especially if y'all love us. So y'all trying to just get us to a space where sometimes you have to show your man the way, and then you also have to show him how to love you. So, and if he's willing to listen, then he'll do it. That's
yeah.
what.
So I'm thinking about another question I had was like, how have you ever been through like someone's phone? Were you like ever? Did you ever
Me?
feel like, yeah?
Yeah, one time, and I would never do it again.
Why not again?
Uh, like they say, don't go looking for anything. You'll find it, even if it's not anything. You're gonna find it. And it was a situation where me and the person I was with were not on the greatest terms, so we sleeping in separate rooms. And actually, this night she didn't sleep in another room. She slept downstairs on the couch. And the way the house was set up was if you walk out of the bedroom, there's a balcony. You can see over the balcony that overlooks the living room. So I had this weird feeling. It's like midnight. I have this weird feeling I cannot sleep. I don't know what the feeling is. I said, I'm going to the restroom. So I walk out of the room to go to the restroom, and as I'm walking to the restroom, I see a flash, like a phone flash. I said, am I tripping? I said, no, I'm tripping. I kept going to the restroom, and there's another flash. So I look over the balcony, but the flash is coming from on the couch, but she's under the cover. So I'm like, what the hell is she doing? I don't know what she's doing. In my mind, I said, bro, take your black ass back in the room and go to sleep. Let it go. Do not go see what it is. But the ego kicks in, and I go, so downstairs is where the kitchen is. So I walk downstairs, and then I'm walking downstairs. She can hear me going downstairs. So she comes from under the cover, and we're not on talking terms or good terms. So she don't really say nothing to me. She think I'm probably going to the kitchen. And as I pass the couch up to go to the kitchen, she has her phone like sitting right next to her, like on the charger. And I turn back around and just grab her phone. And when I grabbed her phone, she goes, no, no, no. And when she did that, I had already knew like, I don't know what's in here, but it's something in here. And in my mind, I was like, bro, just let it go. You don't know what it is. Just chalk it up. It's over. Nope, not me. I took the phone. I go back upstairs. She's like following me upstairs. She's like, give my phone. But when I close the door, like close the door in her face, and she's knocking on the door and she stops. It just gets completely quiet, as if she just was like, you know what, it's already done. Like whatever he sees. And me, I'm not stupid. I'm not gonna go look for any other messages. Go to the group chat. All the bullshit is in the woman's group chat. So I went straight to the group chat. I went to the group chat and some of her friends that I thought I was cool with. Oh no, they was girl, did you go see? I'm not gonna say the guy's name. Girl, did you go see da 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 today? And she was like, "Oh no, I'm gonna go in the morning. I already told Derek that I have to blah 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 early and da da da." And I'm like, "What? the hell is going on? So now I get out the group chat. I see the next message. I see the next message. It's a dude. I was like, bro, don't go through it. Don't go through it. Boom, hit the message. He's, oh, did you tell your husband? Oh, did you tell your?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. I kind of gave it up on that one. But did you tell your guy that?
I let it.
Yeah, yeah. No, no. I'll edit. So did you tell your guy that did you have to leave to go to work early? And she's like, yeah, I already told him. Blah 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 blah. Did you tell your wife that you had to do it? He's like, yeah. They going back and forth, back and forth. The flashes was pictures and videos that she was doing under the cover. So I'm looking at the videos like, hmm. He sends a picture of many. I'm like, and she hypes the mini up. Oh my god. It's so I said women just be lying. Like y'all are just some I said, oh my I remember and I was like, I stopped. And when I opened up the door, she literally was standing there with the most calm face. She was already like, I got caught. There was nothing else she can do. She was like, I'm caught. Like, there's nothing else. And we argued from like 12 to like 6 in the morning. So she had to leave to go to, I didn't want to say her job. But she had to go to work. And yeah, that was the last day ever. I said, nah, hell nah, nah, I can't. I'm scared. Like, that was gut wrenching. Like, I could even look at her. It was, and and then, yeah, that was basically the end of our relationship. But, I'm not gonna say I was like a saint through the entire relationship. Like,
But you guys were breaking up, right? The reason why she was sleeping downstairs is because you were breaking up. Like you were like,
we were just going. We were young. We were so young. We were very, very young.
it doesn't matter how young you were. You guys were
Yeah,
both
we were
like
probably gonna break
were
up at some point anyway. But
okay.
yeah,
So you
so
weren't in
so
good terms. That's why she was like kind
yeah,
of.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And with that looking at seeing that, whew, man, that tore me up. That's why I be telling guys, hey, you don't want to see what's in there at times because you think women are emotional, bro. You get your feelings hurt, you gonna see how them emotions feel when you looking in that man, and your heart hit your stomach, and you like, she's saying what to him? She doing what? You know what I mean? Because from the messages I saw, it looked like they had already met up a few times. So I'm like, wait a minute. That means they probably had sex. It's a whole thing you're going through
That
in your
doesn't
mind.
mean they had sex. No. Mm.
Based off the messages, I think they had sex. So,
You
so
never asked.
no. Why? At that point, it don't matter. Now it's over. Like we're done. And literally, we broke up probably I think the next week. Like literally, and that was just it. So, but yeah, it's whew, man. But yeah, that's no, I would never
But
go
that
through
was just a girlfriend, or was it a wife, or is it?
it.
Oh,
She might be watching this, so because I don't want to give it up because then she like,
right.
why'd you tell it? Why'd you say that? Like,
I mean,
because
you
if I
never
say what I
been.
want to say, if I said a
You
girlfriend, nobody would ever catch on to it, or if I said something.
yeah, because you
Anyway,
never get married. So actually, that's a rhetorical question.
I have been married.
You have?
Yeah,
Oh, then I don't know that.
I
Shoot.
got married at 19.
Okay. Oh, like me. Okay.
Yeah, I got married at 19.
Mm.
So I've been married.
I was, 19. I was first, first marriage. Yeah.
Yeah, okay,
Anyway,
next question. Get off that.
yeah, yeah.
Get out
So
of there. Get
it's
out of there.
interesting. It's very interesting. Yeah. Huh. I mean, okay. Well, in that case, that's not good.
Yeah, I would recommend.
I think that can do some damage to a
Oh
man.
hell yeah! Go to somebody's phone. It doesn't even matter if you find something crazy. You're going to make something up. It's gonna be something that you're like, I don't like that she said this. It don't even gotta be she's talking to a guy. She could have said something to her best friend that you're like, why'd you tell her that? Or why? It could be anything that you're gonna find. Any vice versa with women. If y'all see something small, you're gonna blow it up. So just don't go through my phone. Don't go through nobody's phone. It never works out for any damn body. So, and then I've noticed sometimes, even if like with women, if you go through phones and don't find something, you're going to make something up because you don't want to feel crazy by going through the phone and not finding anything. There's nothing worse than thinking somebody's doing something and find out they're not actually doing something. Now you, eh, I done had
Well,
some.
there's at least one phone in this house that if I look through, you can't find nothing. Like if the like if you can't find anything, then yeah, can't find anything.
I'm
I'm
not
happy.
looking. I'm not looking for shit. That's just not my thing. I don't want to. I don't want to
Yeah, I
see.
don't look either,
I,
honestly, because that's I don't need to look. But if I were to like ever, I don't think I don't. What's the point? Like sooner or later, God is gonna show me. Like, well, why would I want to look?
I don't want to see shit. I don't. I don't want. I'm
Like,
more. I'm
if
one of
I need
them.
to learn something, if I need to find something out, I know I
I'm gonna
will.
find. Yeah, yeah. Me too. But I don't want to know. I don't know shit. Don't tell me shit. No, I'm good off the telling. So yeah, that's kind of that.
Yeah, like
That's
the
kind.
way I found in my life was not necessarily like I was like most times I found accidentally like stuff without even like searching for it, and
Me
that's
too.
when it's God's, mine is that one time. Like for example, like I had like if I have to go in a past life, right? Dig into the past life, this one person that cheated on me multiple times, like the way I found was like wild because back then we
Cell
didn't have
phones.
like
Yeah.
the phones like
Yeah.
that. We had the
Yeah. Yeah.
raggedy, old school phones. When he was like deployed, he was downrange in Afghanistan. Like he never told me that he went home to the States for 6 months while I was out there in Italy, like walking miles every day to go to an internet cafe to write him emails to
Uh,
ship him stuff. I was so pathetic, like just poor little thing, walking every day, long ways to go on base to like ship things for him, and it was so sad, like devastating when people do that, like they have multiple lives and it's just kind of like really hurts you. So it's yeah, it's not something you should ever do to somebody because God sooner or later will show you like their true colors.
hey man, goddamn karma's so damn real when it come to that. Cause I done been on all the ends. I done been the doer. I done been the get done to. I done been the all of it. I have.
I think we're always in some type of learning from different angles. We're always learning from different angles
Man,
just because.
man,
Yeah.
it gets real. Like you man,
The
like
moment you judge somebody, like say you were to judge a person that like a cheater,
mm,
somehow life will find a way to get you in that cheater position just for you to actually empathize and really understand that it's not your place to judge. And now that you're that person, now you're
mm-hmm,
learning a different whole set of like you're learning a whole different lesson.
different, yeah,
So like it's just one of those things that I always tell people: beware who you judge and how you judge, because, like for example, like one time I was like, oh, I'm I'm never gonna be with a black guy. They're just players. I ended up marrying one. It's like, wait, what? It's because you don't.
anybody can be a player though. Like I've seen it from all angles. Like it doesn't matter if they black or white or Hispanic or
Yeah,
Asian. Like I've
exactly.
seen cheaters from every type of ethnicity. It does not matter. You know what I mean? Like
It's because I was surrounded by, like, at the time in Italy, I used to live with a bunch of Nigerian Americans. So I was
oh,
living
got
in
you.
their home and I saw how they were treating all these women, and I was like their little sister. But like I see all these poor women back and forth, and I'm like, they are not loyal to any of these women. They treat these women like trash. They don't even know they're being cheated on. I'm like, hell no, this is not for me. Like I'm not one of those women. I could never be with Mm. Never say. Well, the moment you say that word, never, that's when you're gonna be like,
I always say I used to. That was my thing I used to say when I was younger. Like never, and then I stopped saying it because I was like, you in never say never because you don't have no damn
that's
clue.
when you're gonna be tested with. That's exactly what you're gonna be tested with.
Or maybe I'm gonna start saying that. Like, I'll never have $10 million next week. I'll never have $10 million next week. I'll never have $10 million next week. You listening, bro? You listening,
About
bro?
dreams.
Oh,
Brother.
never.
Oh, poor Diddy.
I'm gonna be all right.
You'll be fine. You're very resourceful. You have a lot of
Hey, yeah, I gotta
skills.
be all right because shit, hey, I don't have nowhere else to go, so I gotta be all right.
Yeah, because
I'll
you
be
wanna
fine.
like. I'm sure if you were to go back to Houston, you would be, a lot. Life would be a lot easier for you. But you just, you want to be close to your
I mean, yeah,
girl,
but you be back in the hood and living with your grandma and your mama and your brother and your uncle and you know what I mean? So
which is fine. It's people, people that love you, and it's your family. But at the same time, I get it. You don't want to like be that person that crawls back. That's like, man, I failed, because you're gonna feel like a failure, even
it's not
though.
about that. I mean that's part of it, but also I just like my own space. I like being away. I like living out here by myself. I like being away from family. I like I it it everything be straight. Everything's straight.
What about you, like focusing on your all your skills, like dig and be like, okay, what exactly am I really good at? And
I
you
try.
just,
I mean, I do that, and I try to get information from other people, friends, whoever. Like, yo, what do y'all think about like what you know? I'm never just gun ho off one. I was gun ho off of music my entire life, and then I was like, look, like I have to find more things
you're very
because
good at music. I'll be honest. Like it's a very
thank you.
competitive field, but I feel like you're good. It's just it's kind of
It's
like
it's different with music.
you gotta
You
have money to make
you
money
gotta
in the
have money.
industry.
People don't understand that. People don't understand. If I want one song to do a decent something, I'm gonna have to put 150,000 into that song. That one
Yeah,
song, like that's from radio promotion. That's video. That's like
yeah,
what everyday person just got $100,000 to put into a song that's trying to make it a hit,
right.
like or you gotta hope it goes viral. But all songs don't go viral, so it just and my music is not like viral type of music. I know what
It
those
is
sounds.
what June is very much
No, no,
so
no.
viral like.
I mean like a viral sound. Like as in
Oh, okay,
when I
well,
hear like the TikTok sounds, my
that's
music is
stupid.
more so. Yeah,
Yeah.
I make music like Post Malone doesn't have TikTok's viral sounds, but Taylor Swift doesn't have the. It's not that. You
Right, right, right.
like that weirdly kitschy like I've been a nasty girl. I don't make that type of sound in music. You know what I mean? Which is
Yeah.
nothing wrong with that, but I'm just saying like I don't make that type of.
I mean, I still don't. I don't want you to be discouraged. I don't want you to think that that's the end of your music career. But at the
Oh, not
same
hell no, I
time,
don't think that.
but at the same time, yeah, it's realistic of you to think, okay, I need to have that money in order to pour into my music career. So focus on making it.
Uh,
Because even like, for example, like politics, you have to like. I met the previous mayor. Well, I think she's still, because they actually do another election on in November. But anyways, one of the mayors of Las Vegas, she was saying like, you have you have to make money
Hell
before
yeah.
you become a mayor, because this, first of all, like in the politics, you don't make any money. But if you once you have an established income, and you have your success, that's
Yes.
when like things are going to help you with the politics. It's not the other way around. Same with music, same with acting. Like if you want to be an actress, it's very difficult unless you're like, well, it's still, you're either going to be the daughter of somebody, like someone out there in Hollywood, or you have to have some type of money to get in there.
Everything's money, and I think that's why I
Ah,
not only why, but because I love helping people, but I think that's why I'm more so into the relationship and marriage and everything counseling because it's a career,
mhm.
right? Music, it's people can say what they want, but it's not a career. It's not something you can go to school for and it'll pay off. Like you gotta hope something happen, and then let's say you do get a hit song, and then let's say that's your only hit song. Now what do you do 10 years from now? You've only had that one hit 10 years. You know what I mean? It just it's a very
Right.
fickle up and down industry, and I have kids and I want to be married and I have all these things. I want my wife and my kids to have stability. I don't want them to like, okay, dad got paid for a song or my husband got paid for a song in June and then he did another movie and he didn't get paid again until October. And then he got a residual check January. It's just too sporadic. You know what I mean? Like that. No woman feel comfortable like that. She'll support you. Oh, baby, I got your back. But yeah, in the back of her mind, she's like, damn, I wish it was something consistent. Like I need consistency, and most women just want consistency to feel safe. That's basically it. So
Because I make my own consistency, but I could understand that. Like some women
no,
are
I'm
probably,
not saying
especially if they
consistency
have
to feel.
kids.
Yeah, I'm not saying consistency because I'm paying her all her bills. Like, no, she's still doing her own thing, but she like, baby, we're in a house of four. Like, we can't just look and go, well, I'm making my own money, so we're all straight. No, no, no. Like, we both gotta, you know, and and I don't know. I'm figuring it out. I'm doing everything. That's you know, doing these videos. That's why I said I'm getting on panels. We talk and things like
Yeah,
that.
but you're not gonna be like, is are you? Would you be happy with this outcome? Like, say your music career is just kind of like it's fading. That was just it's done. You're not.
Okay.
Would that like? Would you be happy with just doing the marriage
Yeah.
counselor stuff?
If that was my what I was my purpose, yeah, I feel like which I do think this is my purpose. I think music is my purpose as well, but like that's why I write the way I write. I talk about the same thing. I talk about love. I talk about breakup. I talk about being heartbroken because you know that's. But if that is a part of my life that ends, and it may not end that way. It may end in me being the main attraction artist, but you can still write for other people. You can still do all these things. You can still do things for other things. It's not like I just you don't always gotta be the face of shit. You know what I mean? And sometimes you gotta play the background. I remember somebody telling me
Yeah.
a long time ago. I don't know who this person was. I guess they might have felt like they had psychic abilities, but they was like, "You're gonna be exactly where you want to be. It's just not gonna be the route that you think you're gonna go." And I remember them saying that. And I was like, "What?" And I didn't understand. I was like, "Yeah, whatever," because I thought I was gonna be this big global music artists like Drake and da da da. And they're like, hey, you're probably gonna be a global whatever, whatever, but it may not be the route you're thinking, but you're still gonna be happy. And I remember them saying that. Like this was years and years ago, and I was like, I don't know what that means, but okay. And now I'm looking like, oh, I'm watching myself continue to fall in love with helping couples and having to do school every day and having to do Zoom calls with couples and having and I'm watching like, oh wow, this is I never it makes me feel like with music, like I'm not bored with it. And it's different because music, you love it when you're recording it and when you're writing it. And then as soon as it's time to upload and think about money for it, it goes, because you like,
Yeah.
I don't have an investor or I don't have these thousands of dollars to put in this and I don't have this 20, 30, 40, 50. Like it's just, but what I do now, bro, all you gotta do is set your camera up, do your videos, post them on TikTok and da da da. And let's say they don't go viral and nothing happens, you still get your degree and you still continue a career. So it matters really none. You know what I mean? In music, you gotta hope somebody hears your song. You gotta hope a record label. You gotta hope the song goes viral. You gotta hope to build a fan base. And then you gotta hope to keep the fan base. And most fan bases are difficult for me because I do all genres of music, right? So I don't just have the rap or I don't have the R&B or the pop. It's all over the place. So it's hard for some people to kind of like, no,
Right.
I like June, but I don't listen to R&B, so I don't listen to Reach You, or I don't listen to rap, so I don't listen to BRB, or I don't listen to rock, so he has a song called "You're All For It." Like I don't listen to rock music. So, but with this and relationship coach, it's genreless. Everybody it's ageless. Like I can't walk up to a 10-year-old and play some of my music, they're not gonna understand. I can't walk up to an 80-year-old and play my music. They're gonna be like, you know. But I can walk up to an 80-year-old and talk about marriage.
Right.
I can walk up to a 10-year-old and talk about things that's going on at their house, counseling them and things like that. So it's like a thing that I'm just like I'm excited and some had been told I should have been doing stuff like this a long time ago. Um I
Yeah.
just
And even
always
I
wanted to
think I told you that, right? Like I don't
yeah.
know. Yeah, didn't maybe I just thought it. Okay, maybe I
Nah,
did.
I think you told me that, and I've been hearing it for years. And I just always kind of like looked it over because music. It was just always music, 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 and then it comes a point where you start losing relationships, and you start like women start like I just can't like I love you, but man, it's too rocky of a ride. Like it's too inconsistent. Like it's not like, oh, 1 minute you made 60 million and then next year you made 25 million. You know what I mean? It's not that. It's imagine if 1 year you made 80,000, 100,000 off the music. And then the next year it's slow and you made 40,000. That's a huge jump. Now you're just like, whoa, like, yeah. And
Yeah, yeah,
now
yeah.
your woman looking like baby, and it just doesn't, you can still do it, but you just still, I don't know, I'm just more so focused on this
I
now.
think it's a young person's game. Like the fame. When I was in my 20s, I was really excited every time I had to give an autograph. Every time I was like,
Yeah,
out there winning all these pageants, and it's like, okay, yeah, but like the older you get, it's really not. Fame is
yeah,
not as fancy as as it's
yeah,
not as cracked up to be.
yeah. Like, I mean, and I, I don't know this, but could I become this famous relationship coach like a Steve Harvey? And maybe, but at the end of the day, whether the fame comes or not, you still get to help people. So I'm still gonna have a job where, um, and I'm gonna
Why
have
you
my
gotta
own.
put the maybe in? Like, why you gotta be like, no,
Oh, I don't mean to say
you'll be better
maybe.
than Steve Harvey. You
No,
can
no,
be
no, 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 no,
better.
no, no. Of course. I'm just saying, like, I'm just thinking. I'm just in my head,
I'm gonna
but
tell you, if you're gonna drop the music dream, then
not.
this
It's
one
not
is
dropping.
this better be like the best. Like you gonna have to be like, I'm
Yeah,
gonna
but
be the best,
it's not that I'm dropping. It's not that I'm dropping the my music dream. It's
or putting it to the
I'm
side.
adding. I'm just adding to the portfolio. You know?
Okay. Oh, you can't run after two rabbits at once. Say you're putting it in a parking lot. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. And there's nothing wrong with that,
But you
right?
got to
Because
give your all to one thing. Say you're going to give your all because you can't, if you half ass, it's really not like, what's the point? What,
you
like,
can't. Yeah, 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 yeah.
right.
You got to do
Give,
one. And
yeah.
I'm giving my all into relationship right now.
And
So
become as successful as you like, more successful than Steve Harvey should be the goal. Because if you land somewhere under, it's still going to give you a lot of money, enough to be able to take that car off the parking lot and like start driving that and be like putting
yeah,
some money here.
or you make it to the point where you are okay with that car just sitting in the parking lot.
Right. Or you can just write the songs without having to go on tours and all this crazy
That's
stuff.
my thing too. So now when artists people hit me up, I'm like, yo, I'm just more so writing. I'm not necessarily worried about the putting my own, like of course I'm putting music out here and there, da, da, but now I'm just like, nah, I'll still write for you, or I'll still write for the movie, or I'll still put the music together for the movie or the whatever. But
No,
uh,
no concerts, no performances, no.
if somebody contacted me about it, yeah, but I'm not like seeking it. I'm not like, oh, it's a show. Hey, y'all need an opener. Then nah, it's like whatever. But um, yeah, but I think it's weird how life will come at you and then make you see whatever you're supposed to see anyway.
Mhm.
Like but and I had to go through that, and I have to go through all the relationships I have to go through to feel like I want to do this. Because if I was in one relationship and I've still been married for the last however long, maybe I wouldn't want to do this. I don't know, But I think because I've had relationships that failed, and I know why they failed. I know where I went wrong. I know what I could have fixed. I know what I could fix now. I know all those things. I'm like, all right. Like, I want to see people happy, and I want to see people like try to make it work if it's worth fixing. Um, so yeah, I'm just being more open to what's going on and learning as well as teaching.
Yeah, I think that's the best way to learn is while you teach, right? But I think you also have to lead by example. Like if you want people to be happy, you have to
Yeah,
be
you gotta
happy.
exhibit the happiness.
So, yeah,
Yeah, yeah. You can't just be like, be fucking happy. They're like, dude, you don't even seem fucking happy.
yeah,
So,
dude,
and I
you
have my
look longer
moments.
than me.
I have my moments. I have my moments of not. It's not that I'm not happy. That's not. It's just I'm usually stressed. over one thing, and that's it. Everything else, I'm not. There's nothing else. I'm just stressed about one thing. Other than that one thing in my life that I'm stressed about, I am a very happy guy. Just the type of person I am. So, uh, but yeah, other than that one thing in my life, it's just
The
like
hypochondria? Is it?
no, no, not even that because that enhances like so. Only thing I worry about in my life right now is finances, which a lot of
Okay.
people do, right? Other than that, in hypochondria, having that, you already feel negative and think negative about this and think this is wrong. So when you add little things, it just enhances every damn thing. You think the world's you just think you just the only one going through it. You think you can't even see tomorrow. You're like, oh my God, like how am I gonna, blah, 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 blah. And then you feel like you're alone when you're not really alone. People like, I got your back. Like you could call me and I'm like, I don't like bothering people. I don't like telling people my business. You know what I mean? So it's just kind of like but that's life. That's life, and it happens, and you go through it to grow through it. So it's just kind of like, um, I don't know. Yeah, but anyway,
There are many ways to make money, Didi, and you have a lot of skills. You just gotta be resourceful and
yeah,
find.
it's gonna work out, man. I'm cool. I'm
Yeah.
cool. I'm cool. Like,
As long as you're healthy, yeah.
I'm going. One thing about me, I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna figure
Mhm.
it out. I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna utilize my resources. I'm gonna figure the situation out. But
Yeah.
at times when you like, that's one thing about it, like living out here by yourself. Like I'm by myself, so it's like my friends not here, my family not here, so it's like, you know what I mean? It's not. I don't have a safety blanket where I could just go, well, this didn't work, so but like, nah, I have to kind of go, shit, I have to do X, Y, and Z, and X, Y, and Z, and X, Y, and Z, and anyway, it was. I
The
know you got
thing
another
with
question.
money, yeah, the thing with money, that's like energy. And the moment you start like freaking out about it, the moment you put
It starts running away from you.
it's, yeah, it's that energy. You always have to be very nonchalant about it. Like I've even like say whenever I moved to Italy, like 16, I didn't have anything. I just went there, slept on the streets. But God always provided because I never stressed
Mm,
about it. Like you see, cops would give me like cardboard to sleep on. Would bring me a croissant. Would give like I've always like God will find a way to like give you what you need if you don't like freak out like
yeah,
oh, just chill. It'll come. Even
yeah,
when you're on the streets, there's always going to be somebody to feed you. There's always going to be somebody to like take care of you. You're gonna become friends with someone that's gonna give you a little corner of the couch, and then you're gonna find a job, and then you're gonna have your own. Then you're gonna become famous, and then you're gonna. It's like just
yeah.
it's life. Like just take it as like, man, this is awesome. Like I'm at this low point. This is my opportunity to learn. This is my opportunity to grow. This is when I'm not gonna freak out. I'm just gonna be like, let's see
Yeah, that's I mean, that's kind of how
how
I
God is
am.
gonna show me.
Like
Yeah.
as quick as I always still go, bro. It don't matter what it is. Like, do your videos, do the same, do your normal things that you are gonna do. You work out, go work out. You do this, go do this. You got this going on, go do this.
Mhm.
Like, I never go, man. I'm not gonna like, because I don't know. I have like, I'm like probably the most optimistic yet I just think anything great can happen. I'm always the guy that's like, oh, tomorrow I can
Oh,
get the
that's
biggest call of my life. I'm like that guy. Like I live in the clouds sometimes. I'm like,
good,
tomorrow could be the big break. You just really never know. And I rather think like that and just why not? Why would I not think like
right? It's better to think
instead of
like that than
yeah, and then sitting there like tomorrow's gonna be hell. I'm gonna do it. Like instead of doing that, a hypochondria will have you already on tilt about everything. So it's like health, wise, all this other stuff. So um, no, I try to wake up every day like just I say stuff like I get on the phone with my mom. I'm like she like what you doing? I'm like I'm about to go to my mailbox and I'm like I'm about to go get that $1 million check out of there right quick. And she be laughing. She be like, it's in there. It's in there. And then when I go in there, she be like, it's in there. I was like, nah, not today. I think they're going to put it in there tomorrow. You know what I mean? Like, that's how I talk. You know what I mean? So you just never know. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, what's your last question? I think you got one more question.
My last question. Thinking the last question, the sixth one, right? I would say
No,
what
fifth.
because I had it written down. I thought I asked all of them. Have you ever been through someone's phone? That was the fifth one. What makes someone your soulmate was
Mhm.
fourth. What are your thoughts on marriage was third. When was the last time you cried second? And what makes you
Oh, and
happy?
happy.
What makes you happy? Yeah, that was
Oh
the
yeah,
first
okay.
one.
Damn, that was five. Okay, yeah,
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 but
yeah.
I could come up with the sixth one.
If you want to.
And then I'm gonna let you be because it's poor thing. It's already 9 p.m. Shit. Um, Let me think. Oh, I'm gonna go with the red flags in a woman because I said mine and I went long as fuck. I hope. Oops, beep. What are your what do you
Or
think would be
red
the red?
flags in women. Oof. One that just do not take accountability for nothing. That's like a pet peeve. I don't care if you're talking about an old story or old this. Everything is somebody else's fault. This, that, and I'm like, oh my God, like Jesus
Mm,
Christ. Like that's how I am. That is like probably the
they're
main
never
one.
guilty of anything. They
I
always have
hate that.
like,
It's like you didn't do nothing. Okay, so you've been through five relationships and it's everybody else's fault in every single relationship. You did nothing wrong. You was a perfect person. No, that's not how it goes. Um, let me see. A red flag. Oh, I don't know if it's a red flag. I'm not gonna call it a red flag, but
well,
a woman that can't dress. I like fashion. So
but sometimes some women just put ugly stuff on purpose because they don't want to be cute. Like this, looking like a trash bag on. It's all like
no, that's not
to
what I mean. That's not what I mean.
But it's Jean Paul Gaultier. I mean, it's just because it's on
That's not what I
purpose.
mean. I'm talking about they just can't dress. Like it ain't oh one time they had this on. No, 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 no. I'm talking about every time you see them. And there's nothing and maybe they think they can dress.
Like leopard print, or like white boots, or like leopard anything. It's like, oh my gosh, that kind of stuff. Are you talking about tacky?
Listen, and when I say dressing, I don't mean labels. I don't give a shit what the label is. I'm talking about can you just put some clothes together? Like
Right. Like, are you against certain patterns, like the leopard, like animal
if you no,
print?
I mean no, it depends.
Because
If
I
you
think
make
that's
it
very tacky.
if you make it look good, I'm probably not gonna have a problem with it. But if it don't look good, I think that's a red flag. That's a red flag. The
I think I agree with you. If a person, especially I'm really big on fast fashion, like against fast fashion. If a person buys fast fashion, like
yeah, yeah,
not quality, not quantity. Have
yes,
three of the good quality, respectable brands. If you gonna show up in front of my face wearing a Balenciaga t-shirt, I'm not seeing you. I am moving away.
yeah. Or the Gucci shirt that say Gucci all over. Gucci, Gucci,
Oh,
Gucci, Gucci,
like
Gucci,
big
Gucci,
old
Gucci,
Gucci
Gucci,
right
Gucci. Be
here.
like, and then they got the hat Gucci, 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 Gucci. I'm like, Jesus, the shoes Gucci, 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 Gucci. I'm like, I got it, bro. Like, we get it. You got on Gucci. Like, okay, we got
That's
it.
so ghetto. Like,
Yeah, that's I can't do it. Let me see
mm-mm.
a red flag. Ooh, a woman that's this is subjective because it just depends. I don't know. Women that's not like it depends on childhood. Never mind. I was gonna say it's
Mhm.
not that close to their family, but if you have your parents in your life and you're not close to them, I feel the way. Like I'm always like, why you don't talk to your mom or your dad? Because they don't call me. What do you mean? Because they don't call you? Like what are you talking about? Like they're your mom and dad. Like so that is like because I'm super close with my mama. Uh,
Me
another
too.
red
She lives right here.
yeah, another red flag is probably what this kind of goes with accountability. Probably just they don't accept criticism. Everything turns into them getting defensive. Be like, bro, I'm just trying to tell you something simple. It's not that big of a deal. I'm just giving you what I think. That's probably it. I don't really have too many red flags. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
You're
But
not very picky, I guess, huh?
no, I'm not. I'm not. I mean, I'm not picky, but I'm not damn sure I'm gonna talk to anybody. Uh, Oh. Half naked
Mm,
on social media.
yeah.
I can't date you. I can't date you. I
Like,
just
what do you mean, like by that? Like, you mean she's at the pool in the you know?
nah. Like okay, there's nothing wrong if you own your story and you post, let's say, a bikini, maybe picture, whatever. But if I go to your page and every other photo is you at a day party and you half
Mm,
naked, I'm like, yo, fam, like this just not attractive to
yeah.
me. Because then you attracting a certain type of guy, and then when them guys are all writing you in your
The
DM,
values, yeah, that tells you a lot about the values, yeah.
yeah, hell yeah, like it just shows me like you don't even like you can't like you got to show your body for us to even acknowledge you. And a lot of women don't want to think like that. They're like, it's my body, I can do what I want. Yeah, you're right, but whatever
And
you
I
put out
agree
is,
with you. And I think when a woman goes on a date with a man and she has to go and show off her breasts, and
I don't like that shit.
I think that like it's
I
so
don't like it. I,
desperate.
any woman I date, if you showing off your breasts and da 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 da, as soon as I see, I'm gonna pull it up for you. And what are
Yeah,
you
have
doing,
some
man?
self
What are you
respect and
doing?
self dignity.
Like what are we
Yeah,
doing, man? Like I don't. That ain't, what's up? Like
yeah.
um. Now if
And
you at the house want to be sick, okay, we at the
please,
crib. We
Papa.
do like if you're at the crib, you want to be whatever, cool. But out in public is a no go. And I feel like you need to have a sense of respect for me as well as your man to not even be like, I'm gonna put this. You know, damn. If you put it on and think to yourself, I wonder what my man's gonna think, then you already know what I'm gonna think.
Right. Especially like the first time you meet somebody and you're out there
Mhm.
like boobs all out there, fake and stuff. You gotta. Mm,
I don't even like fake anything, so that's not my thing. I'm not a. I don't like fake tits, boobs, whatever.
all that, you know.
Nah, that's not my thing. Hell no,
But
it's
I
not.
think in
That's
Vegas it's very difficult to find.
no, it's not.
Everywhere I go, they're all fake,
Well,
or at
maybe,
least
but
something. Like at least something is fake. This is like
I don't know.
I feel like a dinosaur. Like I'm walking around the city, like
yeah, I don't know. I don't talk to that many. I don't talk to nobody anyway. But yeah. So now the women I have chose in my life have never had anything. Never. Not a fake this, not a
hold on
fake
to
that.
them. They're rare.
I know. I'm like, no, I don't want to. I don't want to do that.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah.
I feel like I'm like in the wrong city. Seriously, I'm like, oh god, do I need to get with the program? Do I need to prove my
No, hell no.
nose?
That's not a program. That's
Oh Lord,
that's
yeah.
not a program.
I
But
mean, I don't have a problem. That's to each his own. You know what I mean? Like, I
yeah.
just, yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, I don't think you need to show and all that. It's,
Mm-hmm.
it gives the very desperate vibe. Yeah,
That's exactly what it gives. So, but yeah.
it's very, yeah. I mean, respect yourselves. Like, ladies, have respect for yourselves. No need to be doing
Hmm.
all that.
Well, what time? Oh, we've been on this thing like 2 hours.
Like, seriously, this is the longest podcast ever. Like, seriously, dinner is waiting for me right there.
Oh,
I'm
go
gonna let
no,
you
look,
go eat.
go eat. Let me
My
tell
mother
you.
is like, "Hey, it's food. I can smell it."
Oh, no, go eat,
But
go
Didi,
eat.
yeah, we'll definitely catch up again because I want to know the progress on all the things we talked before the podcast.
Yeah,
I'm excited for you.
okay. Well, I definitely thank you for having me on and stuff like that. Go eat and
Yeah, I'm
just
gonna
text me
crush
later,
that
and
food.
then
I'll stuff my face real quick.
yeah. Go do that and just hit me up
Yeah,
later.
will do. Talk to you soon, Didi.
All
Thank you.
right, bye.
Have a good night.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.